Well, who dropped this off?
Somebody dropped it off yesterday. Actually, someone got into the building. Salesperson stopped him and go, can I help you?
This was after hours?
Yes.
Okay.
And just found out what they needed and escorted them out.
I don't want to say unbelievable, but it's quite believable. Amazing.
Well, that's why I didn't ask how they got in.
I'd say the door. It's always open.
So what time was this last night?
I think right around 7:30.
I'm surprised anybody stopped and asked him a question.
Just across the street, I think you'd get shot if you tried to get into Channel 33. And all they got is Wild-Eyed Fred. And this building, no, just walk in, open the door. Hey, well, how many times have we caught people walking these halls? Over and over and over and over.
And again, something's going to have to happen before they decide, let's buy some locks.
Yeah, really actually make the doors locked or get security.
Well, think about the time we were having the death threats. People got packages all the way back here to this studio past the front desk.
Yep. All they had to do is walk in, drop them off. This is for us. Okay, I'll bring it in. Thanks.
All right, so the guy that was running around last night, you dropped this off. Okay.
Probably heard you had trouble sleeping, so what is this? Looks like...
Well, it's got the brand name.
Okay.
I'm not going to give out yet. It's a DVD. It says the Every Night DVD.
All right.
This is a DVD sleep system. When you are comfortable and... You what?
I've heard of these. Hypnosis. They have the hypnosis ones. They have... go ahead and roll it.
I got no clue what's on this one.
Okay.
When you're comfortable and ready to sleep, play this in a standard DVD player. Once the DVD is started, adjust the volume to your personal comfort level and relax. The imagery and sound cycle at the same rate as your mind in deep sleep.
So they've cycled it to REM sleep or whatever hertz that is.
I don't know.
I went through the whole process.
And I'm certainly not going to take something that somebody dropped off, play it while I'm sleeping. Then the next morning I get up and I transfer all my bank funds.
I don't think so, but yeah, there's a lot of these. Losing weight, quit smoking. Most of them are just deep sleep. Meditation. It'll be...
well, I've heard of audio that you'd play while you're sleeping, but this says you also have imagery that goes along with it.
Back when we worked at the Eagle, I stole from, I stole from the promotions department. They had a videotape, and it was the weirdest thing. It was a guy talking you through hypnotism, 3, 2, get deeper, 1, deeper, deeper. And it had all these... It looked like you were flying through space. It looked like space, Star Wars. You were flying through, and that's all it was for 30 minutes, and a guy talking to you. And the visual was just the stars coming at you the whole time.
Sounds like a screensaver.
Change it. Well, it is. These days it would be. But back then it was very hypnotic, and I'd sit on the floor long enough to go, this is working.
Wait a minute.
I swear it's working. Hey, it was just shortly after Pong. Shut up.
I had cartoons before Pong. Flip on Tom and Jerry.
My first computer.
It would just be the stars coming at you and then the guy talking to you. So I don't know what this is, though.
By watching and listening, your mind attunes to these frequencies and you fall asleep safely and naturally. Gradually fades away while you continue to sleep. Talk about the audio and the video.
Okay.
If you wake up, simply play this again. It's safe to use every time you want to sleep and becomes more effective with continual use. Wake up refreshed, improve your memory, mental focus, live a longer, healthier life.
Uh-oh.
Avoid all the risks associated with pills, such as feeling drowsy during the day, addiction, increased mortality rate. Play this disc, sleep naturally, and live your life to its fullest.
Does it say, are there any others in the series, or is just this one for sleep? Say on the back, maybe.
Nope, that's it. Let me read the insert. Instructions. Put this in your DVD player. Once you're in the position, adjust volume. Watch, fall asleep. If you wake up, play it again.
It's been around.
There you go.
It's been around forever. There's an institute, actually, a friend of mine turned me on to recently that sells these, I don't know if it's the same name, but sells CDs like that. But they're also for weight loss and smoking and all that other stuff.
Well, you don't know what this is going to implant in your mind while you're asleep. Or wake up the next day dressed up like a hermaphrodite.
be anything subconscious in there. That's the early ones were really cool because I had one time that they would tell a story in one ear and the guy would talk to you in the other ear. These are headphones with whatever, like sunglasses that you put on. Little lights would flash. And they talk to you in one ear and tell a story, a real story, like a nursery rhyme. And the other ear, he'd go, "You are not going to ever eat again. You're going to be very thin. You won't want to smoke."
What was the purpose of...
Or not eating.
Was it to confuse your brain?
Yeah, I think
where you got two different things going on at once?
Left brain, right brain, right.
Did it work?
I'm still fat. But I don't smoke.
Sounds distracting just hearing you describe it.
It was, and I really tried for about 4 months to get into it because I thought, this is crazy enough. The little red lights flickering and everything. It's crazy enough it'll work, and I never really got anything out of it.
So what was the guy that we had record the audio of the hypnosis CD a couple of years ago?
Jeff something.
No, his name was Robert. I can't remember his last name.
It probably would have worked, but you couldn't get past him.
He was just from East Texas, just a good old boy. But he talked low, but he still let East Texas would just ooze. He would ooze out.
Well, he started off with, was it music or?
Well, water.
Rain.
Yeah.
Water, rain. That's pretty close.
Yeah.
He'd let that go for like a minute.
Yeah. Normally.
Then all of a sudden, just about the time you're relaxed.
This is really working, man. I can see the ocean.
You are ready to go, Dave.
There's a redneck in the ocean.
Momentum killer.
Why am I dreaming about rednecks in the ocean?
What's that mean?
You will listen to the sound of my voice. You enjoy the sound of my voice. You'll gradually fall off to sleep. Start by breathing through your toes.
You're not far off.
Work your way up. Start breathing through your vagina. Good air in, bad air out. Air that puppy out. That's why God put it so far from your nose.
I don't think he said that.
Yeah, you're right.
It was.
It wasn't that far off from that.
No, it really was. It was so relaxing, and he'd be about 2 minutes in, and then that. You like the sound of my voice?
No, I don't.
No, you actually no. Go to sleep.
Now, I never got past that point. I don't remember what the actual hypnosis CD was for.
Well, he did one for...
I know one of them was relaxation.
Right.
The other one was for something else, and I never got past the "you like my voice."
Was that the one he did for Valerie?
Oh, weightlifting.
Was it?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he did one for you for weightlifting.
Yeah, that helped out.
Well,
somehow it worked for Valerie because he did that Bigfoot thing, and she had orgasms every time he
said Bigfoot.
Yeah. I mean, you said it, nobody else, just you. Programmed you.
And that stuck with her for a couple of days because I called her at home. Bigfoot.
Well, it's nice of you actually to give a woman an orgasm for a change. Damn. Well, you've said it yourself. I'm not saying this out of hatred. I love you. I'm just saying repeating what you've said. You what? I'm not saying
the biggest one they sell. That's what you want.
No, I'm just repeating what you have told us. That you don't really particularly care whether they have one or not.
I didn't say I don't care. I said the odds are against them.
They're not if you would care. I think we made that.
Not all women can have orgasms. And if you don't really know if you can, why make me suffer?
Well, but do you ever ask? Are you one of the women that can? Because I'd say more than 50% probably could if you took the time and energy to do it. To get down there.
It's too tedious. Lick. Act like you like it. Lick.
It's very sensuous if you get into it. Well, then you're doing that. No one's going to have that if you're going,
That may be the least sexy thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. Russ.
No, I can do this.
No, I got this down. Lay on your back, relax. Why is it more I do that, the less I like the taste? Normally when you lick something a lot, the flavor goes away. This one just keeps regenerating.
It's getting worse and worse. Anyway, this is after the show last night. Russ, I refuse to believe you don't care about giving a woman an orgasm. I've been listening to you for a long time, and I've had many dirty thoughts about you. Please don't ruin the fantasy by saying you really don't care if a woman has one or not. Please. Liz.
Again, I didn't say I don't care. I just said they normally don't get one.
You're not going to go the extra effort.
From you.
I have an orgasm through normal sex. Why is it they get the
No idea why they get the is.
Lucky them.
Why do I have to do something
because
different?
Men are really just simple. We're basic. Women are very complex, very sexually in every other way. But there's complex, very complex. So you got to work on it. You got to work them up to it.
I enjoy sex the normal way.
That is the normal way. A guy getting down there sometimes and doing a little is normal. Fingers is normal. Toys are normal. All that's normal.
None of that's normal.
If she has fun and you got it,
it's not normal.
Why is that not normal? For if
one on top, the other one on the bottom, that's normal. That's God's way. Well, that's why they call it missionary.
That's one of many. You are more like Archie Bunker.
I'm not going to go against God and look for a G-spot.
Oh, my God.
You did say.
What?
You did say that you wish they would, so it's not like you will against them having an orgasm.
Yes.
You don't care.
I've already addressed that.
I know, you just don't. So that's...
I didn't say I didn't care. I said they don't have them. I'm a poor lover.
Well, okay.
I am horrible in bed.
Then why do you make... That's all I was saying. So you got mad at me. All I'm doing is repeating what you said. They don't around you. They don't have them. It's because you get in there, you do your business, and you're finished.
I don't have the desire to run down to Home Depot and get a bunch of tools and come back and get busy.
It doesn't have to be even that complicated. It can be fingers.
How much stuff you got shoved in a closet at home?
Oh, I got a big one, big closet.
Yeah.
I got a room, actually. Hey, do you want a sex swing?
No.
Yard sale?
Oh, okay.
You want... Not for you personally, for the yard sale. I've got an extra one.
Why do you have two?
We had a client drop off one, and then another client dropped off another one, and I've never used the second one. It's still in the... It's not what I used. It's still new. It's in the box.
Why are clients dropping off sex swings for you?
Because they know I enjoy that kind of stuff. You remember, it was Bruce. You remember Bruce.
You hang it from the roof?
No, it actually comes with its own frame, very much like a little...
swing set?
It's not like a swing set in the front yard. Or like you put on the porch, about that size.
And then the thing that holds you looks like what?
It looks like a little sling where there's room for two legs, and then there's room, you can clearly see where there's room for two arms. Kind of like you would if you hurt your arm. There's a little sling, or you hurt your leg, there's a sling, and then the area in the middle is obviously open, and there's a spring, kind of a bungee cord spring on the top, and you can adjust it.
I just have one question. The times when Joy's kid has come over, have you ever caught him playing?
No, that room is closed when the kids come over. This weekend,
I'm just saying, it looks like a big swing, and it's a kid.
No, that room is locked. We locked that room.
All right.
That's where all the stuff is.
And you got what this weekend?
Joy and her kid and 3 other little 10-year-old boys are in my house this weekend.
Break out the swing set.
No.
Hell yeah.
Put it in the backyard.
You be on the news for a while.
No, I'm not gonna. No. I'm just like, oh, shoot me now. Why did I agree to this?
Yeah, why?
Her kid called me, and she put him on the phone, so I can't be the ass. He goes, can I bring a friend over? I said, okay, I can bring a friend over for the weekend. That's fine. Probably the last warm weekend we'll have. Try to warm the pool up a little bit. And then he comes back the next day. He goes, I invited 3 friends. Is that okay? I don't want to be I'm not the daddy, so I can't be the ass and go, no. So I said, yeah, it'll be all right.
So you can't even put your...
Hang on, you want a little taste of what you're going to hear this weekend?
Yeah.
I want to go outside.
Can we go play?
I got a potty.
God,
You have a dog? I pissed on the cat.
I don't have a dog.
Swing.
I didn't have a cat. What did you piss on? I don't have a
He's
cat.
stuck in the ice maker again. Ice cream man. Ice cream man's coming.
Oh, God.
He's trained.
Will you wipe me?
They're 10. They're very well behaved, fortunately.
Do you know all the kids?
I've met them all before, yes. They've all been there at one time or another. I've just never had 4 of them at the same time.
You're screwed.
So you can't even put your foot down to...
What I can do
Joy's
is leave
kid?
my own house and leave Joy there. Yeah, she puts him on the phone.
Well, she knew exactly where this was going to go.
Yeah.
Going to go.
John
You're
wants
not
to
going to
ask you
say
something.
Yeah.
I hope it's that you don't want to come to my house this weekend.
You couldn't come up with any reason why you couldn't have somebody over.
I didn't mind him having a friend and another friend. That's 2 kids. That's fine. I've had 2. Actually, we had 3 one time. We never had 4. So it's going to be quite interesting. I can leave the house. I've done it before. George chased me out of my house before.
What are you going to... You're not coming to my house.
Yeah?
No.
You're close.
No.
Why? I'll help you do stuff. We'll mow.
I'm having the house painted, fumigating, rearranging, reconstruction.
Well, I'll help you with all that.
I'm raising it.
Come on, it's just gone.
It's on wheels.
Need help? Any help with any of the cars? Anything I can do over the
No.
weekend?
Everything's handled, in its spot, perfect. Except all the construction going on and the fumigating and the painting
and the snakes, I know. All right.
The hazmat team coming.
Is this 2 nights? Tonight and tomorrow night?
Yeah, tonight and tomorrow night.
What? God.
It'd be fine.
I want to come watch.
It'll be fine. They're great kids. They're really good. They're well.
Are you going to take them out like the Chuck E. Cheese? Watch them do the gerbil thing?
No, we don't do Chuck E. Cheese.
The gerbil thing, I mean climbing through the habit trail.
Gotcha. No, we have fun. We take the smoke machines out. We smoke up the house. We get flashlights out. We play cops and robbers, and they can hide in the smoke, and it's cool.
I bet you're drinking by Sunday.
This is going to be a test. Mexico was my last real test. This is going to be a test. But now I'll be all right.
Maybe we'll swing by with some vodka.
Don't do that. Please, why would you want to tempt me? I've done so well.
I'll bring a cranberry.
Oh, I remember that.
You should try a cran grape. That's good, too.
I'll bring the crown.
That pisses me off, too. The vodka companies came out with all these... as soon as I quit...
Perfect weekend to sample every freaking one of them.
Raspberry and blueberry and everything.
We'll have a nice, lovely vodka tasting.
Flavor in the world.
Right in front of you.
No. Anyway, you're more than welcome to come by any if you'd like to.
Yeah, I'd like to watch.
Can I come to your house while you watch at mine?
No. I'm not going to have a bunch of kids in my house.
Your house is huge. You have a great time.
Doesn't make any difference.
They're very well behaved. They're good kids. They're not, you're thinking...
They're 10.
Well, they're 10, yeah. But they're also able to understand directions at 10 versus 2 or 3-year-olds.
Well, understanding and following are 2 different things.
They're good kids. I trust. Plus, I can still leave.
Yeah, so if they're so well behaved, why are you dreading this?
I don't know why I did this.
Because you got 4 10-year-old kids coming over.
Look at my hands. I'm sweating already.
Uncle JD, toilet's clogged up again.
Oh, my God. That happened last time.
I think it's a Siamese cat this time. Can you come wipe both of us?
Cat. How did the cat get? I don't have a cat. What's in the toilet?
It looks like a cat.
That's
Tail sticking out.
That could be a turd.
One of them did that.
Never mind, I'll flush it.
Never mind. Anyway.
One of them what?
Did that.
Clogged up your toilet?
Clogged up the toilet and then was too embarrassed to say anything, so it sat there for 3 days in one of the other bathrooms. I finally went up there and went, what the hell's died up here?
From a 10-year-old?
From a 10-year-old.
How big was this kid?
I got one toilet done flush well.
How big was a turd?
It was pretty, by then it had, this is so gross.
What, it grew?
It had turned, no.
Like sandcastles?
Yeah. It had just,
sea monkeys.
It just looked like a pile of dirt. It was no longer in form. God. I don't want it. Can this show go until Monday?
No.
Please.
Like I'm tired.
No.
I'm looking forward to a nice, relaxing weekend.
I hate you.
I took another one of those pills that you gave me last night, Trey. The orange one.
Uh-huh.
I broke it in half.
Okay.
Because the first night I took it, I slept for like 13 hours. Then wake up naked in my bed, and I got no clue how all of that transpired. I took a half of one. I make some soup.
Okay.
Put it in a big bowl. I lay on the couch.
Oh, what time is this?
I don't care.
Okay.
I wake up and the dogs are eating soup all over me.
You keep taking stuff Trey's giving you.
I cut it in half. I figured whatever it was, it's not going to hit me this time.
I think the lesson to be learned here is to eat first, then take your pill.
I didn't realize it was going to hit me that quickly, especially because I dropped the dosage.
Dr. Trey Feelgood keeps giving you stuff.
And I lay down on the couch with a huge bowl of soup and just fall asleep. It's all over me, all over the couch. Luckily, the dogs were there. Clean up.
How long did you sleep? Or what time did you wake up?
When they clean me up.
Don't give him anything else. Don't.
Give him more. I want to see what happens next.
You got to take one of these just to go through this.
Okay, maybe I'll try.
And it's just a muscle relaxer?
I don't know what it is.
I could actually use a muscle relaxer.
It's orange.
I'll take it.
It's good.
I'm on it.
Being technical, it's orange.
But if you're going to eat, get one of them sipping things.
Crazy straw, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah. Stop taking stuff he's getting.
That pissed me off. I was hungry. Do we need a break? Yes. All right. We'll be
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. Why would you listen to anything else? The Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
ready to go, Dan?
All set.
All right.
Traffic right now brought to us by Redbox and also by Don Davis Auto. In Dallas, I-45 is southbound, the downtown overhead just after Ross Avenue. There's a crash, and that has the two left lanes closed. And in Fort Worth, actually good news, 35 northbound to Carver. That accident that was there has been cleared, so we're off to a good start Friday afternoon. There's your first check of traffic. I'm Dan O'Malley on the Russ Martin Show.
Thank you, Dan. 70 for the low. Great weekend again for the first weekend at the Great State Fair of Texas. 92 should be the high tomorrow, about 90 on Sunday. It is 87 degrees now at Live 105.3.
All right. Anything before we get to news?
Yes. I found some audio that's going to make you appreciate Joe Biden. This is going to be cut number 106 on my flash drive. This is Senator Collis. He's a British senator, and they're talking about a oil boat that sank and what the problem was.
You mean like a freighter?
Freighter. Oil boat.
Oil boat.
It's a boat with oil in it. Are you maritime?
Maybe a tanker?
It could have been. I wasn't there. But this guy wasn't either.
And this guy is...
He's a British senator, and he's being interviewed on a radio show about tankers and their safety, basically. Should we be afraid because this particular tanker sank?
All right. Which cut?
106.
Senator Collins, thanks for coming in.
It's a great pleasure, thank you.
This ship that was involved in the incident off Western Australia this week.
Yeah, the one the front fell off?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not very typical. I'd like to make that point.
Well, how is it untypical?
Well, there are a lot of these ships going around the world all the time, and very seldom does anything like this happen. I just don't want people thinking that tankers aren't safe.
Was this tanker safe?
Well, I was thinking more about the other ones.
The ones that are safe.
This is not real.
Somebody sent me the link. I think it's real, and it's Australia. It's not British.
It sounds like a Monty Python bit.
It's not a Monty Python bit. It's real. It's a British
Australian, maybe?
Australian, I'm sorry, senator.
Yeah, the ones the front doesn't fall off.
Well, if this wasn't safe, why did it have 80,000 tons of oil on it?
Well, I'm not saying it wasn't safe. It's just perhaps not quite as safe as some of the other ones.
I love that humor.
He's getting boxed in, and he's trying to talk his way out of it. It's not as safe as the other ones.
So...
It does get a little ridiculous here in a moment, but
it's already ridiculous.
I think it gets worse.
He started out, well, the front fell off.
That's what happened. It had a problem, and he'll tell you what it is in a moment.
Well, some of them are built so the front doesn't fall off at all.
See?
Is there any type of verification on this show? Anybody actually go back and check a news source?
Sometimes, yeah, we do. If it's ridiculous.
JD, you should have just gone with my angle.
Yeah. Wasn't this built so the front would...
If it's what?
If it's ridiculous?
Yeah.
You don't consider this one?
No. This is just a guy misspeaking.
Well, obviously not.
How do you know?
Well, because the front fell off and 20,000 tons of crude oil spilled into the sea, caught fire. It's a bit of a giveaway. I'd just like to make the point that is not normal.
Well, what sort of standards are these oil tankers built to?
Oh, very rigorous maritime engineering standards.
What sort of thing?
You're a jackass.
I'm not. Why? This guy... Look up Senator Collis. Collis, I think is how you spell it.
Well, the front's not supposed to fall off for a start.
And what other things?
Well, there are regulations governing the materials that they can be made of.
What materials?
Well, cardboard's out.
Did you listen to all of this?
Yes, I listened all the way through. The guy just.
And you think somebody's going to address a tanker spill by telling me to instill confidence in the industry that they won't use cardboard?
Yes. He just doesn't know what he's talking about. He's misspeaking.
This is Office. Some
No.
British television.
No.
And?
No cardboard derivatives.
Like paper?
No paper. No string. No sellotape.
Rubber?
No, rubber's out. They've got to have a steering wheel.
As opposed to being controlled by computers.
That was me that farted. Every time somebody sends you audio, you always buy it.
Yeah, this one's real, though.
You bought the ambulance call.
Well, that one I agree with you later, after I heard it a few times. That
You bought the voicemail of the guy that's leaving a message for somebody, sees a car wreck, two old ladies start wailing on the guy that ran into him.
That's
real. That's not even borderline acting.
I even think somebody called in and said they saw that. I don't know.
Well, I've seen it now, too.
You've seen what?
The front fell off.
Okay.
Snopes. Claim video clip shows an Australian politician being interviewed about an oil tanker spill. Would you like to know the outcome now or wait?
Taunt me.
Happy to. Well, it says here, on August 19th, 2007, an oil tanker off the coast of Australia split in two, dumping 20,000 tons of crude oil.
Okay.
Senator Collins, a member of the Australian Parliament, appeared on a TV news program to reassure the Australian public. This actual interview is so funny, you'd actually swear it was like something like an SNL skit. It just proves once a politician, always a politician. Then you get the video.
As usual,
hold on. Yes, Sharon.
I was just going to say the same thing. That thing is real. I saw it about 6 months ago, and I thought the same thing you did. It can't be real, and I Googled it, and I got all kinds of hits on it.
This is not real. I mean, the incident probably happened, the oil tanker, but this
interview's real. It's real. The guy's a buffoon. That's why I introduced it, saying it's worse than Biden would ever come up with.
And the outcome from Snopes is what, Dan?
It'd be false.
Huh?
Yeah.
It's false.
You just said it was real.
I read the claim portion, because, when you go on Snopes, it gives you... Did what I read sound exactly like the email you got?
Yeah.
Okay. It's an email forward. That's the part where it shows you this is what we're talking about.
Now, what is this from?
It's saying the interview, quote unquote, appears very much like an SNL skit because it is, in fact, a comedy sketch from the early 90s. The parts of the politician and interviewer being played by Australian TV comedy duo John Clark and Brian Daw as they discuss an oil spill that occurred in 1991 when the Greek tanker Kirky lost its bow off the coast of Western Australia. Clark and Daw's Stock and Trade is presenting satirical takes on current events.
All right, I got it.
Yeah.
Wheel.
I'm not doing the wheel. This could have been real. I didn't go to Snopes. Snopes doesn't have everything right.
Give me something.
The guy says the front fell off.
Yeah, the front.
And he also says one of the prerequisites of a tanker is to have a steering wheel, and they won't make it out of any type of paper or byproducts.
Yeah. No. The guy could be just confused and be all on the spot and trying to talk his way out of it.
How long is this clip?
Minute and a half.
Let's see how it ends.
Oh, one, I suppose.
So the allegations that they're just designed to carry as much oil as possible, no, the consequences, I mean, that's ludicrous.
Absolutely ludicrous. These are very, very strong vessels.
So what happened in this case?
Well, the front fell off in this case, by all means, but it's very unusual.
But Senator Collins, why did the front fall off?
Well, a wave hit it.
A wave hit it?
A wave hit the ship.
Is that unusual?
Oh, yeah. At sea...
You're an idiot. In a large way,
okay,
not just a normal way.
All right, but JD, look at it this way.
But
you don't have to look at it anyway.
Well, I'm trying to help him out.
All right, go ahead.
Listen to the editing. It's too tight.
Well, no, they did that for time.
Oh, God, never mind.
That's familiar.
So what do you do to protect the environment in cases like this?
The ship was towed outside the environment.
Into another environment.
I'll give him credit. It's damn funny.
It was towed
out of the environment.
Yes.
To another one.
Right, to where it was.
Is that unusual?
Oh, yeah. At sea, chance for millions.
So what do you do to protect the environment in cases like this?
The ship was towed outside the environment.
Into another environment.
No, it's been towed beyond the environment. It's not in the environment.
No, but from one environment to another environment.
No, it's beyond the environment. It's not in an environment. It has been towed beyond the environment.
Well, what's out there?
Nothing's out there.
Well, there must be something
There is nothing out there. All there is sea and birds and fish.
And
20,000 tons of crude oil. And a fire.
And anything else?
And the part of the ship at the front fell off. But there's nothing else out there.
Senator Collins, thanks for joining us.
Complete void.
Yes, we're out of time.
The environment's perfectly safe.
Wheel.
I'm not doing the wheel.
Spin it for him, Trey.
Oh, dear God, this is ridiculous. News clips.
Do I?
Trying to bring you news clips from around the world.
Well, they bring me a news clip, not something off of a 20-year-old album. What do you get?
Sombrero de Fuego.
Good. We didn't do that last week.
Yeah, we did.
Well, we're doing it again.
What happened to the play job you were supposed to get?
I got it already.
You didn't get it. Where?
You did it to yourself late one night?
Probably.
After you ripped the ivy off your house?
Another pill that Trey gave you?
I did. What is that? What are you giving me?
It's really just a mild muscle relaxer.
And whatever it is, it's more than mild.
Yeah, if you're sleeping 13, 14 hours, that's very serious. Maybe it's mild to you, Trey, but it's not mild to him. And everybody.
Well, even when I broke it in half, took a half dose, I still passed out on the couch with food on me.
With the dogs licking your cereal bowl or whatever it was, soup.
You can look online. I mean, it's a mild muscle relaxer.
No, it's not.
How much had you had to drink prior to taking said pill?
None.
Come again?
Not a drop. A lot. That's why I broke it in half.
You're having a reaction. I mean, I know people that have taken Ambien.
And I got no clue. I knew I was getting sleepy when I sat on the couch with a bowl of soup, and I went, all right, I'll just lean back. I'll keep it on my chest for a second. I don't know why I thought that was going to play out happily.
Because you're just taking the half of the pill. You thought it'll just relax me like it's supposed to do, versus knocking you out and having the dogs all eat your soup off your chest. I had to pay to see that picture.
What is a brand? What is it called?
Great.
Flexeril.
Oh, okay.
Okay, what?
I've had it before.
Did it do anything to you?
No.
Obviously, my internal system is just I'm a pussy.
It's a combination of that and the alcohol. Everybody's different.
Did you drink when you took it, Dan?
Oh, yeah.
No passing out, no pulling ivy off your house in the middle of the night, no waking up naked someplace.
No, I took a couple more.
All right. Need legal here. 4 o'clock at KLLI, Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas. Dan O'Malley's here with news.
Thank you, Russ. Today is, of course, Friday, September 26, 2008. Birthdays today. Serena Williams, tennis player, turns 27. Christina Milian, singer and the star of Be Cool and Man of the House, turns 27. And porn star Kaylin turns 31 today.
Oh, Lord.
Fantastic cinematography in roles like Fast Times at Deep Crack High 3 and Lady Fellatio in the Doghouse. And, of course, who can forget her turn in Girls Who Like It in the Doo-Doo Hole.
That was probably the pinnacle of her career.
Never saw any of her movies.
You haven't seen that one?
No.
You need to watch it. You can see the influence of the French New Wave cinema in that one.
What?
Sort of ruined the plot, though.
What the hell are you talking about? Porn.
Cinema verite. Leave me alone.
Don't look at me, JD. He's dead on.
And you've seen it, too.
I haven't seen it because I have not been so fortunate, but I have heard of it.
There's a good bukkake scene in it. It exemplifies an excellent use of deep focus. I jacked to it twice. Uber Christian Jim Caviezel turns 40 today. Linda Hamilton, also known, of course, as Sarah Connor, turns 52. Cesar Rosas turns 54. He's from Los Lobos. Olivia Newton-John is 60. Kent McCord from Adam 12 is 66. Donna Douglas is 75. She, of course, from the Beverly Hillbillies. And Jacqueline Lane is still alive and still working out at the age of 94. And Shannon Hoon, today is her birthday, but she died back in 95. I think that's a he.
I'm sorry, he. I forgot. Blind Melon.
Blind Melons?
Yeah, Blind Melon.
What did he die from?
POD, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was heroin.
Yeah, heroin, yeah.
All right, good.
On Saturday, Avril Lavigne turns 24. Meatloaf turns 61. And also on Saturday, Don Cornelius turns 72.
Is Soul Train still on?
I don't think so.
It's just in reruns as far as I know.
Oh. All right.
Did you used to watch it?
Yeah. Ever so often.
Did you really? I never ever watched Soul Train.
Then they do the line dance, right? Yes. And you'd wait for the jackass white people trying to get it on.
Did they have like two separate lines, or was it white people, black people, all mixed together?
No, yeah, well, it was mostly black people at Soul Train. Okay. White people got no soul.
That's why I said white people. White,
and you have just two lines, and then people would dance up the middle of it. You just wait for the retarded white kid.
You would think if it's a white kid, they'd get somebody that could dance on Soul Train. Yeah.
I used to love watching that.
I never in my life has even seen it. Now the midnight special, I watched that. But that's about it.
No, there was no freak show to that one. I just watched it for the white kids.
Just for the white kid that could not dance that they threw on there to embarrass.
Yeah.
That would be me.
Go ahead, Dan.
Republican John McCain agreed to attend the first presidential debate tonight, even though Congress doesn't have a bailout deal, reversing, of course, his earlier decision to delay the event until Washington had taken action.
I thought we were close again. I saw headlines today that they had come close to a compromise.
It seems like almost like the same thing is playing out that happened yesterday. You hear reports, ooh, we're close. We have something done. Then they come out of their little locked up rooms and say, well, we're not. No, it's going to be a few days.
CNN's running something. Let me see what it is.
Now, let's move to our sickest story of the day. An alleged...
Well, I don't want to hear about that.
Expect a bailout bill tonight by midnight. That's what Fox is reporting there.
Ain't going to happen.
Why not?
You still have the House Republicans that are absolutely just digging their heels in, and they won't support it because they want all...
All right, again, I'm not for bailing out people every time somebody screws up. But if there's going to be ancillary effects to this, and we don't pump that $700 billion back into the economy, we all know that things are going to come to a halt.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
so how do you argue the other side?
Yeah. Because you have, idiots. I mean, even Jesse Jackson is now protesting this, saying, no bailout for, corporate greed and this and that. You know what? And you can go back later, prosecute everyone involved. That's great. It's kind of like the war. We're there now. Now it's time to argue about we have to do something, get it done.
You're going to have too many innocent people, obviously, are going to become victims of this. So, yeah, you go ahead and do the bailout, which, again, I'm not really spiffy on.
No, nobody is.
But go back and do the criminal investigation after you get this handled. That way, we feel better about the $700 billion.
They're also attaching a bunch of stuff that goes, people to watch over and make sure it never, ever, ever happens again.
Well, they're trying to, and, our government is not good at being a watchdog. And they're also trying to put in stuff about CEO pay and capping it and whatnot, which is fine, but you can go back and do that later. Just get the bill done. But, I mean, even Warren Buffett today said, I wouldn't have, bought or paid $5 billion for part of
Goldman Sachs
if I didn't think Congress was going to do the right thing and push this thing through. And, he is a genius when it comes to finances, investment. And if he says it needs to be done, then it needs to be done.
All right. Go ahead, Dan.
David Letterman is still not laughing. The Late Show host offered a second night of jabs at John McCain, who canceled his Wednesday appearance on the show. Letterman said Thursday that he felt like an ugly date because McCain backed out of the appearance. The comic was unhappy when McCain sat for an interview with Katie Couric instead of him on Wednesday. And
what is his hard on with McCain?
Because he stood him up at the last minute.
All right, people cancel all the time on these tapings.
Because he was still in New York. He said, the way David spins it, and it's all he would talk about last night. I finally had to turn it off. He had to rush back to Washington to save the world, and I said, okay, Senator, you go do it. And then he saw McCain later on Katie Couric, and found out that he didn't even leave town until the next morning.
So he could have come in.
He could have come in, but
they taped the what's it called, the Late Show?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They taped that about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
And McCain's point is, I didn't think that evening was the time for comedy. It was time to face a very serious problem. Okay, how about you, David Letterman? Let me think. The day after 9/11, did you come on and did you want to do a regular show? No, I don't believe you did. I don't believe you came on for 7, 10 days.
I think they were all for at least
because something serious in this country had happened, and none of the comedy shows wanted to be on. That's the same take McCain was taking, which is tonight's really not the night for comedy, and you really can't go on Letterman without being cute.
Well, I'm surprised nobody addressed the entire thing with Letterman. Hey, where were you after 9/11?
Nobody. Who's going to say anything to him? I mean, other talk show hosts? No. I mean, who's going to...
Well, especially since all the entertainment media shut down right after that.
Yeah, for
so
weeks.
all you had to do was go home and relive the day's events.
Watch.
Nothing new was going to happen, and just continue to be afraid, and there was no normalcy.
Right. So now he's picking on McCain for basically doing the same thing. He's just embarrassed. He had Paris Hilton on last night, who's a complete bubblehead. And I'm just looking at Letterman, and in his head he's going, McCain bailed on me, and I got to talk to this. He's just seething.
Well, I don't know what she's plugging. She's making the rounds. I saw part of her on The View today, and it was talking about moronic. Wow.
Yeah, I saw a clip. They asked her, she had been arrested. And then they tried to line it up. They say, oh, it's just a misdemeanor. No, it wasn't that. It was driving with the suspended license. That's a misdemeanor.
We're going to let you off.
What do you think? Misdemeanor, was it a separate crime?
I don't know. You got those retarded chicks that held up the lemonade stand, and they were arrested. And they thought, well, they let us go. It must be over. Thank God I don't have to go back there again.
They took the money back. I don't even have any of the money to show for it. Anyway, so he was seething last night, and he's hopefully will let it go at some point. McCain's people just said, look, it wasn't the night for comedy.
Well, here's the reason, got to be the reason he went off a second night, is I'm sure after all the media exposure, why not do it again? If you've been trailing the Tonight Show for years, why not?
It just makes him look like a bitter, angry old man. And I couldn't stand to watch him anymore. I know he's a staunch Democrat. The last 2 years, he's made that painfully clear. But he's more of a Democrat than Trey is a Republican. I'll put it that way. He's just in your face every night. And that just absolutely hit him the wrong way.
All right.
So anyway, obviously, debate goes on this evening. And the head of the FDIC said that depositors and other customers of Washington Mutual shouldn't notice.
I was right not to pay my house payment.
Shouldn't notice any irregularities.
WAMU's going to come F you. You don't give them their money.
No woohoo.
No, they're going to be saying woohoo.
No, they've been bought out. Just because somebody's folding doesn't mean you don't have to pay your house mortgage.
I read the thing right here. It says they folded. So I got to pay. Why would I have to pay it? There's nobody there that I made a deal with.
You still have a house.
I know. And
that money came from someplace. You think because Washington Mutual... it looked like they were going to fold. You think because of that, you ain't got to pay that?
Well, I'll wait till things settle out, and I'll get back with them.
They got bought. They didn't fold. So they got
all right. Who do I send my check to?
Oh, they'll let you know.
I ask them about them.
It'll eventually, it'll be Chase.
I got to pay my mortgage. I don't know where to mail it.
I send it to WAMU. There's nobody.
Yes, there is.
There's nobody there.
They leave a forwarding address.
Yes, they got bought. They still have employees there.
Can I get a month to let this settle down?
Why do you think you deserve any extra time?
Because they're not handling the money I've given them already. I'm going to send them more.
You know what you're going to do to your credit?
No. What?
Well, don't pay it.
Yeah.
And then check TransUnion in about a month and a half.
Tell you what, give me your mortgage. That'll make you feel better.
Hang on. No.
Federal regulators, of course, seized WAMU and then sold the thrift's banking assets to J.P. Morgan Chase for $1.9 billion. WAMU is the largest bank to fail by far in the country's history. The FDIC, which insures bank deposits, said it won't have to dip into the insurance fund as a result of the seizure.
The last week, JD's been dancing jigs thinking, I don't have to pay my house mortgage because my lender's going to collapse.
And I was right.
People buy a mortgage is an asset. They are going to.
It doesn't matter. He owes the money. The money came from something.
I don't have a relationship with these new people. I don't have any paperwork with these new people. I've never signed anything.
They bought your loan.
I don't know them.
So you think because a lender fails, you get a free house?
Yeah. Well, at least for a while.
No, you don't get extra time.
I don't think so.
The economy is going down the pisser, and you think that it's going to help by you not paying your mortgage.
It's going to help me.
And then I'll go spend that, and there again, I've stimulated the economy.
It made sense to me when I thought about it.
Good look, having a place to park your truck. Long before we need a break. All right.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
Pardon me. Well, Dallas School Board refused for the second week in a row to approve Superintendent Michael Hinojosa's plea to begin layoffs, making it clear they want more details before they will consider letting teachers go.
How do they think they're going to pay anybody if it's $65 million and how much? How much more?
I think it's I think it's in total is like $85 million now.
All right.
That's correct.
Yeah, the total.
So where's Hinojosa going to get to pay these people?
Well, he don't know yet, but the problem, the $84 million, it's this 64, and then that's tacked into the next fiscal year. So the next fiscal year, that's when it's $84 million. And every week they put this off, they lose another like $1-point-something million a week.
How does a shortfall like that sneak up on you?
That's what everybody's saying. It's just like, how does that happen? That kind of money, I understand missing $300-400.
Well, that's
or a house payment or something.
They said it's a miscalculation.
You're not getting away with not paying your house mortgage.
Let me up off of that. Yeah, I will. Then believe me, this is going to get lost in the paperwork. How many people you think are going to put their hands on my loan in the next few days? They got to have other people come in that don't know me at all. I've signed nothing that says that. Who bought it? Chase?
It doesn't matter.
I don't know those people. I have no paperwork with them.
All right, try that. Call them. I'm not paying you. I don't know you. I ain't got signed nothing with you. You blow me.
I may. I'll just call them up. All right.
So anyway, in the end, trustees voted 6-3 to delay action for another week on the proposal to lay off 1,209 employees, 675 of whom would be teachers.
They need to start with Hinojosa.
Well, they pressed for Dr. Hinojosa to quickly consider other ways to save money, at least for now, ranging from trimming more non-teaching positions to cutting back on school bus routes. Throughout the meeting, Hinojosa said the teacher layoffs were inevitable if the district is to erase its budget deficit. He vowed to soften the blow by keeping those who get pink slips on the payroll until December.
I love his attitude, which is, I got us in this mess. I'll continue to make $300,000 to get us out of this mess because I'm the only one that can do it. Any other business run like that? You run something into the ground and they go, well, you stick around. No, you've made a mess of this. You keep drawing a paycheck until we're back on top.
Gavin at KLLI.
Oh, I'm sorry. That didn't take long, did it?
I don't know why they would leave him in there, or at least have doing it. Yeah, Gavin. Do an independent audit.
That's what needs to happen. Find out where it went.
Where did this go? How did you have over $80 million just sneak up and go missing?
I think I'm correct, and they didn't budget for a number of teachers, a new number of teachers, and that's where it went. They just didn't put it in the budget. They were filling out the budget, and they got to the bottom, and they said, "Oh, crackers for the
vending machine."
Yeah,
everything's
we're
full.
all set. We're good.
I know there's something in here I'm spacing out. Go ahead and throw an extra in there for a wiper paper.
And they just didn't put the teachers in there.
I'm surprised the TA hadn't said, we'd like to take a look at your books.
How could they not?
I don't know. I mean, but I haven't heard anything that the TA has decided they're going to step in and take a peek, but it seems like that is just so glaring of an error that the state would want to have a little look-see to see how
or even have the state take it over. Take over the DISD.
At this point, I mean, whatever. I think anything to get Hinojosa out of that seat would be good.
It's nice that he wants to take responsibility.
I'm here. I've got it. Let me handle it while I keep making money. I'll get us out of this. It may take years.
How'd you handle the $45 million in debit card fraud?
That I'm also on top of. I can't bring all this stuff to you. I don't have time. I'm working hard here.
I'm teaching kids. Not about math.
We got paste.
Isn't that amazing? You've got educators that can't even do simple arithmetic. But we're letting them at our kids.
Yeah, let them continue at the kids. I just love that.
But hey, come on. He chipping in $19,000 off his nearly $400,000 salary.
That's just insulting.
Yeah, at least
5%.
Go 100% until you come up with a plan. And that'll be a nice incentive to figure this out pretty freaking quick.
I know he wants to stay. Imagine going to try to get another job right now. What did you do previously, Mr. Hinojosa? Wow. It was school district. It was a big one. Hang on. It's coming to me.
No, I think I might have been in no. I was never at the DISD. Ever.
Promise.
Yeah, because he's also got another issue in this new grading policy he instituted, which has been catching flack from everyone.
Well, it has no common sense behind it.
He's managed to piss off teachers in the two ways you really don't want to, threatening their jobs and changing how they educate.
Taking away their power as an educator.
Yeah.
Kid doesn't do his homework, you can't give him a 0. Because you're going to drop the averages and the state's going to find out we got a bunch of retards. We're not going to get any cash because they won't give you as much money for retards. So you fix the grades, you go in and you cook your books and make it look like these kids know something because I'm not going to take a cut.
Who is it that could come in and remove him now? City council, mayor, who?
It's a DISD is independent.
Yes. I mean,
so the state could come in.
They have to be the state at this point. I just wondered at what level it's going to be to the point of being ridiculous.
I think the school board can oust him, but I don't think they will.
We're already living in ridiculous land.
Yeah.
You're changing the way that the grades are tabulated. The kids don't have to turn in homework. They get 3 or 4 different shots at a test. If they don't show up, it's not really any big deal. All you're worried is about their overall grade point average. Keep it up so you get the funds from the state, because if you pump out a group of retards, state don't cough up as much.
How about law looks to the state that important? You think the state's going to look at your books there, buddy?
Not if everything looked okay.
If everything was fine, it's a mess on any level.
Well, maybe they tried to cover up this $85 million for as long as they could.
It's about crackers and paste, right? Better relax.
What is line 6, Alfie? Who's in here jacking with my board?
Sorry, we doing testing.
Don't test it no more.
Okay.
Alfie. I forgot what I wanted. You have the story on Jack Thompson?
It should be somewhere.
Did you hear about this, Trey?
No.
Jack Thompson, the attorney that went after
Sony and
Grand Theft Auto. We had him on the show a few times. The Dick.
Yes.
He was disbarred.
Sweet.
No one is happier than me.
Dan's going, yeah.
Why?
Would you win something?
Why'd you hate him the most?
You don't remember?
No.
That's when I first wanted to invent my crawl through the phone technology, because you had him on, you pissed him off, he called back, you said you were done with him, and I thanked him for his time and said thank you, and then he called me a mother effer, and then I tried to crawl through the phone. But that punk bitch hung up.
Yeah, we even gave it another shot, had him on a couple months later. I'll be freaking damned if he didn't try and go the same route and try and monopolize the conversation.
He's only got one script. Yeah, he's going to go by that way. I can't surprise you had him back on.
And then because I wouldn't let him finish his sentence, he filed a complaint with the FCC.
Didn't he call
he threatened
everybody?
He threatened New York Legal. He called... was Bob McNeil here at the time?
No, it was Gavin. But Gavin wasn't here, so I played Gavin.
Yeah.
That's right.
He called the front desk, asked for the program director. So Trey ran into Gavin's office and handled it. What does the story say?
Executives throughout the video game industry and some of us in radio may be breathing a big sigh of relief or joy. That's because it looks like one of the industry's biggest critics, Florida lawyer Jack Thompson, has had his voice cut off at the knees. According to a report on the popular video game blog Kotaku, Thompson has been disbarred by a Florida judge who ruled he's been guilty of some seriously unbecoming conduct. Essentially, the court ruled that Thompson made false statements of material fact to courts and repeatedly violated a court order, communicated the subject of representation directly with clients of opposing counsel, engaged in prohibited ex parte communications, publicized and sent hundreds of... Basically, he's a douche. And he got disbarred for it.
That's not going to stop him from sending out his press releases and his other stuff. He just can't do anything legally.
Now he still thinks he's going to have his following.
Sure.
Well, the problem is now he's going to think he's some sort of martyr.
I don't know why it took this long to yank his law license. He had too many ludicrous lawsuits that he just, day after day, tried to go after Stern, wanted him off of, what's he on, Sirius?
Sirius.
Wanted him off of Sirius because he didn't like the programming, even though it's a pay service.
It's been going on for years. How many years has he been doing this? Anybody know?
I don't know, but he's been dogging Stern, I think, for at least 10.
And just filing all kinds of ridiculous lawsuits.
He'd go after anybody that he thought he could attach any type of responsibility, like Sony and Grand Theft Auto, and a couple of kids played it, decided they were going to go out on the freeway and shoot at vehicles. Not the parents, not the kids, not anybody that was close to those children and raising them. It was Sony's fault.
And you couldn't get him to answer one single question. All he wanted to do was go back to his script.
Yeah, I think what happened to him is he finally just went off the deep end. I remember the case where he's gotten so much trouble. The judge ordered him. I mean, he called the judge, specifically, said, you're, in on this. I mean, I think even cussed her.
Which case was that?
I think it's his disbarment hearings.
Yeah, that was it, because he got pissy with the judge.
Yeah.
That always works.
Is that the whole story?
Yeah, you got it.
All right, go ahead.
Well, if you remember from yesterday or the day before, a battery charge has been dropped against West Virginia man.
Hold on a second. Yes, Robbie.
Russ, did you hear about this International Stay-at-Home Week that the TV stations are doing to everybody?
No.
Basically what they're doing is, they're doing all the new releases of all the TV shows, and it's everybody stay at home and don't spend any money and watch our TV programs while people in my business are dying because the economy's going low, and we're not having any sales coming into our restaurants because people are staying home and basically lowering the economy even more.
That sounds like a network promotion.
Well, that's what it is.
Yeah,
but he's blaming the networks for the failing economy. Is that right?
Yeah. Well, right now I work in the restaurant industry, and we're down an extra 20% just this month. I mean, granted, we're less.
Well, how do you think it affects the networks when they go out to eat and the ratings drop? Self-centered bastard.
Well, that's ABC's fall promotion.
Is that really what he wanted?
Yeah, he was upset because he said TV stations were killing the economy.
It's not the reason people are staying home.
Don't tell that to this man.
NBC's not running house to house, locking the doors. You're not coming out until you watch a half of this show.
Stay home. That's why they're not coming to my restaurant. Maybe they don't have any money for gas to get there.
That could be part of the reason that your sales have slipped a little bit.
Damn you, primetime TV.
You must not leave. I'm surprised Channel 4 hasn't picked that up. Weren't they the ones doing that? The you must watch.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like hypnotic.
Now, did Becky Oliver come out of the office yet?
Yeah, she's loose.
Oh, Jesus.
We're in sweeps?
I get it. I mean, but I've seen her like almost every day. Man.
Is she teasing any specific stories yet? So we all know what she's working on.
I just, just on mute, I just see her on, all of a sudden, it's that close-up of her, and she's like, you can just tell she's like, I'm going to get him. I'm like, puppy.
I think JD or Dan saw her in this building one day and went, oh, what you doing?
I did.
Yeah, that was JD.
I was walking down the hall, and she comes walking toward me and went, I done. No, don't. I didn't do it.
And I had the same thought. One time I saw her at the Central Market, and another time I saw her at the IHOP.
She's scary.
She was here to do an interview, right?
Yeah, doing an interview with one of the other shows.
Okay.
But she was really, actually very nice.
It's because she wasn't coming after you.
That would so suck.
Boston Legal killed my restaurant.
Couldn't be that.
He made it sound like the networks were specifically saying, don't leave, don't go to work, don't leave, don't spend a dime.
Just stay.
You're going to have to stay in front of the TV set all week. You have to. You must.
Stay at home week. I think they just mean watch their shows when you get a chance.
It's never dawned on him. Maybe his restaurant just blows.
Now he made this come off like a conspiracy.
We're off 20%. You fool!
All the broadcast networks are out to get us at Don Publis. Go ahead, Dan.
The battery charge has been dropped against a West Virginia man who had been accused of farting and fanning it toward a South Charleston patrolman.
Why?
Well,
that's not assault.
You farted on a peace officer.
That's not assault or battery.
The prosecutor's office requested that charge be dropped. Jose Cruz, who was arrested Tuesday, still faces DUI and other charges. According to a criminal complaint, Cruz farted and made the fanning motion toward the patrolman after being taken to the police station for a breathalyzer test.
As rude as it is, it's not assault.
I'm surprised they didn't slap him with some type of assault with some type of chemical agent.
Terroristic threat.
Yeah.
You're going to get low.
What a jackass move. The guy bumps up, farts on the cop. To me, it's still funny.
It is funny. What do you know?
Well,
assault.
I think the cop ultimately knew it would be dropped. It's just sort of just insult to injury.
Well, this is you're going to fart on me. I'm going to do what I can do to you, which I don't have one bacon right now, so you're getting an extra charge.
In a continuing effort to disrupt his murder trial, a man accused of stabbing another to death
Is this the one that covered himself in grunt?
Yes. Of stabbing another to death, took a smelly route Thursday. Richard Jett.
I rubbed this all over myself. Maybe they won't be able to. Hang on. I'll stay on my ears. Maybe they won't be able to identify me in court.
Richard Jett, accused of stabbing 80-year-old Homer Daniels to death in 2006, soiled himself and spread feces on his body just as his trial was scheduled to begin. He was removed from the courtroom before proceedings began, and the victim's son...
Do it like they used to do in Vietnam, and we all look camouflage.
No one knows. You don't.
Yeah. It's a good tactic, though.
It's not. You can the jail jumpsuit, I think, is going to give it away who you are.
No. I'm saying it's a good tactic to do what he did. Everyone's going to think you're nuts.
Well, yeah, if you're going for crazy, yeah, I can see that.
Do you see the man in here with the knife? No. I see that big puddle over there.
Man needs help.
Can I go now? I saw a picture of them taking it out of the courthouse or courtroom, and the deputies looked like, it was a hazmat.
They don't want us to get close to that.
That's where they're in the back drawing straws. Now you take him.
Yeah, I don't want this one here. It smells like this one melted.
I'm taking my vacation. Now. Testimony is expected to continue in the morning, but no word on his possible presence. Previously, Jed had marked his body and face with a marker, removed and attempted to flush his clothing, and lunged towards his attorney before being restrained. He's doing a good job trying to get that insanity thing.
They don't sound pleasant. Your Honor, my client is a prick!
Move on.
Can I at least get another defendant that likes to piss? Clean him up.
Can I represent him from across the courtroom?
They could swap.
This from Coopertown, Tennessee. Deputies.
Yeah. Can I sit over there with the prosecution?
I won't look at his notes, I swear. Coopertown, Tennessee. Deputies said 5 children were seen coming out of the back of a U-Haul after a woman pulled into a Mapco in Coopertown. The children range in age from 4 to 13. 3 were unrestrained children who were riding in the front with Kiana DeBerry. The youngest was 11 months old. A concerned citizen saw the children climbing out of the back of the truck. Police said DeBerry was moving with her 8 children from Georgia to Illinois. She's now behind bars on a $100,000 bond and faces 5 counts of reckless endangerment. You moved the house, not the kids.
The kids had to go.
You can't throw them in a trailer.
Love you, Hole.
No, you don't put kids in a trailer, ever.
Adventure moving.
No. In the old days, you could ride in the back. If you're pulling the trailer, you could ride back there. Not anymore.
And why would they change that?
Because
when we were kids, you could ride in the back of the truck, on the cab, walk around on the toolbox as your dad's driving down the freeway. Now you can't even ride in the back of a U-Haul?
Because they also didn't have the children's seats back then. They didn't have.
Well, you don't know what she had packed.
Fact is, if anything happened to the kids, there's no communication.
What are you saying? She had the kids bungeed in the back of the truck?
Well, there could have been kids' seats in the back of the U-Haul.
No, there were no seats at all. They were just in the back there. This was the only way to get that many kids from one place to the other. You don't put them in a trailer. In an enclosed trailer. When we were kids, like I said, we'd ride in the back of a pickup truck. No problem. Today, that's against the law. But you also have the same situation with child seats and everything else. You don't have a kid buckled the right direction in a child seat, you get a ticket.
Well, you don't know they weren't secured in the back of the U-Haul.
It says they weren't.
You don't know the entire story.
So you think, never mind.
The gas shortage suddenly got serious. College football in the Deep South serious. A petroleum executive suggested Thursday that Governor Sonny Perdue should cancel Saturday's football game between Georgia and Alabama.
So?
Tex Pitfield, president and CEO.
Why is that a big story?
You're talking about canceling a big rivalry game. I mean, SEC, Alabama, Georgia football game.
They're saying there may not be enough gas in the Athens, Georgia area for all the football fans driving to the game.
But they've had the outages in that area specifically.
And really, do you want to burn up your resources if everybody, especially the people that aren't going to the game?
Sure.
If you're going to burn up all the resources, then people who had nothing to do with this aren't going to be able to get gas.
They just need to go to work and just need to go to the store and everywhere else won't be able to get
So, Trey,
gas.
you think the game should go ahead and happen?
I'm saying for someone to even suggest that shows you how bad it is because, I mean, you're talking about Deep South, SEC, Alabama, Georgia football game. That's a big deal. That you'd have better luck having people say, don't use electricity for 48 hours.
I'm good with that with TXU. They run tests on me all the time.
The generator now, and ever since then you haven't missed a beat.
No, after I bought the generator, those sea suckers won't let me go a second without having juice.
So one thing they do, they give you juice. Now you're mad because they don't give you juice. I mean, because they do. They continue to give you electricity.
They knew I went out to Home Depot.
I don't think TXU follows you around to see what you buy.
And the last time the power went out, I had to have Trey call them.
Yeah.
Because my cell phone was going dead. And obviously all the phones in the house are battery powered.
Right.
And they're asking, why isn't he calling? He's got no power. Well, we really need to talk to the homeowner. I'm not trying to get any information. We're trying to find out when's it going to come back on. We really need to talk to the homeowner. He can't call you.
There's no power. There's no juice.
Turn his power on and he'll tell you what's wrong.
Have him email us.
And I'll be damned if you can get through. They'll also tell you could file online at txu.com.
That's my favorite one. Yeah, when they call me, I don't have it. My computer.
They're doing that just to be dicky. No power? Have you tried our easy-to-use website?
I'll kill you.
Do we need a break? Turn on the ceiling fan until the juice is back on.
Cool off.
Don't forget, it's stay-at-home week.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. We are Dallas-Fort Worth's most listened-to talk station. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. Are we going to do what they say can't be done? We've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. I'm eastbound just like old bandit run.
I got an email from a teacher that brought this up. Why is it DISD didn't discover this shortfall until after the school year had started? Because now you've got 600-800 teachers that may be out of work. They got no place to go because all the other ISDs are already in session.
Everybody's already been filled up. That, again, that's probably just a matter of checks and balances when they come up, when they review things. I don't think there was any master plan as far as the...
You had all summer to see if you were ready for the fiscal year.
Again.
And how does it turn out to be? I can see 500,000, maybe $1 million.
That's still crazy.
Well, there are a lot of different variables. I don't get how it comes up to $84 million. And
how's it?
And who found it?
That's a really good question. Who actually found it? Who brought it up to, so I went, can I talk to you outside for a minute?
Yeah.
Just a second. It won't take much time at all.
Ooh, I'd send an intern. I don't want to make that announcement.
Hang on, let me add this up. Oh, God. All right, Mike.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Maybe one more time.
Bring me a new calculator.
10 minus $84 million. Oh, God.
Maybe they did know about it.
Maybe who did know? Somebody found it.
No, I said maybe they did know.
And sat on it till the school year started. Why?
I guess maybe they thought they wouldn't get the budget approved with an additional $65 million. Maybe they thought they'd do it this way and see if somebody comes and bails them out.
Because all the teachers are already in place.
Uh-huh.
I just want to know who found it.
Been there in the room that day. Did you? You want to get lunch?
Hang on.
Subway sandwich. What are you doing?
Hey, poor man!
What?
Minus $84 million. Oh, God. Oh, God.
You go tell it. You go tell it.
Oh, no. I don't think it ever come up in any of the stories who was the one that actually went and went, hey!
It just had to be one of their accountants that finally went, we have a little...
We're seriously in arrears on a couple of different accounts.
You're fired.
Hang on. Those school related? Which one?
Line 2.
All right. Yes, Tamara.
Hey, I was calling because the reason that they waited so long is that the state of Texas doesn't release funds to the school district until September 1st. And so then the money comes down the chains to the district, and then they have a month until October 1st to distribute the funds to all the schools.
Well, but the DISD obviously still submits a budget, says here's what we need, and the state either approves it or they don't. They wouldn't wait till September 1st to tell them, all right, we're not going to give you the cash you need.
Well, but see, they got themselves in that situation, so they're probably not smart enough to figure out that they should have looked during the summer.
Where do you
know?
Look where? During the summer, you're in this mess. It's just a matter of when it comes out.
Are you a teacher?
I am.
Do you have any clue who finally pointed this out, that they were going to come up a hair short?
No, I'm sure that it has to do with the financial people. There's a whole committee of them that deal with it. There's one person, like a superintendent over the financing, who has complete say over everything. So it was probably that person who kind of went and had to break the news.
All right, thanks.
I suppose that's the person that should go first.
Well, there also should be, just like they do report cards, have something every couple of months. Here's our state of the district. That way you can see if they're starting to slip in funds. It's time to address it.
That's what it seems like that person's job would be, is the head of finance. You check that every, 30 days or so.
And as the superintendent, you'd probably want to see those things, especially since you've had financial issues with the school district over the past few years, including fraud.
The credit card mess.
All right. What were you guys talking about, Lycus, during the break?
I just gave the story to Dan.
Yeah, the woman who called his show back in 2006 claiming she'd killed her boyfriend. Remember, she had said on the air that that's what she did and made it look like a suicide.
Right.
She's not going to face murder charges.
She going to face anything?
Nope. Well, she's been charged with a misdemeanor count of making a false report for calling the police the day after she called the Tom Leykis show saying her cell phone had been stolen. The Maricopa County Attorney's Office says in a statement that there's no credible or circumstantial evidence that Megan Weiss's boyfriend died at the hands of another. They said evidence is consistent with a suicide, and that's how the medical examiner classified the 2001 death of one Tortson Rockwood. Phoenix police named the 30-year-old as a suspect last month and then presented investigation reports to prosecutors.
Maybe it was a suicide, and she called Lycus just to
make it look like
she be a show-off. Look what I did, look what I got away with.
It could be.
Did you keep that audio?
Yeah, 71, I think, is the what she calls into the Leykis show.
There ain't no 71. It goes from 70 to 72.
How could that be possible? How did 71 disappear? We'll try 70. And try 72.
Can you look the country in the eye?
That ain't it.
Try 72, and otherwise I don't know. No, that's not it.
I got it. Help me.
What is that?
It's Kanye West at the airport.
Oh, I saw that video.
Breaking up cameras.
All right.
Try 73.
Okay.
My ex and I worked at the same hospital.
What was that?
It's me realizing I wouldn't have to spin the wheel again because I found it.
You already have to spin the wheel because you didn't know where the cut was.
Well, it's 73. I found it finally.
No, I found it. And you still got to spin the wheel earlier for...
I already did that. It's the hat of fire.
Oh, that's good.
My ex and I worked at the same hospital. We have a child together. And
Wait, is he your ex-husband?
No.
Let's jump up to the meat of this. Nothing.
She's just
no charge. Did they say there's no reason to even reopen the investigation?
No, they had reopened the investigation once she had made the phone call and the Leykis show and it became public and all that. But the prosecutor said there's just not enough evidence. All the evidence they have points towards suicide.
All right.
I got away with it.
How did you get away with it?
Well,
Man, a crowd will turn on you pretty quick.
and the cops show up, and you're a blubbering, crying woman saying that, oh, he was young and free, and plus he had been drinking all day. His blood alcohol level was over 3 times the legal limit. At least that's what the autopsy said. He was young and he pulled out his gun and shot himself, and I'll be darned if
Leykis' group is so
passionate.
we're okay with that.
Wait a minute. So, I'm going to ask you a question here, and I'm being completely serious because this is very important.
Okay.
All right. So you had a one-night stand with a guy, and he knocked you up. Is that right?
Right.
And you went to him and you told him you were going to have a baby.
Right.
And he didn't say...
Leykis played this perfectly.
Oh, completely drug her out.
Well, you got her to repeat everything. That way you got it twice and there's no inconsistencies.
Beautiful.
Have an abortion or anything. He didn't offer to marry you. So you went ahead and had the baby.
Right.
And when you had the baby, he wouldn't give any child support.
Correct.
So you went to family court, and they started taking the money out of his paycheck.
Yes.
So he quit his job, so they couldn't garnish the money out of his paycheck.
Yes.
So you went and talked to him and asked him to give you some cash, and he refused. So you shot and killed him.
with his own 9mm right in the heart. And, you know, I'm a nurse, so I know right where to aim for.
Okay. Okay. Sue, that's good. I'm glad you're telling me this, and here's why. Let me ask you a question. So you went on trial, of course.
No.
You were never on trial.
No.
Let me understand this. You lied to the police.
Right. I said he shot himself.
You said that he shot himself, and the police...
The only thing that makes any sense is she knew that it was a suicide. It had already been handled. And you just call up just to throw out a story to Lycus.
And then why make the report the next day that the cell phone got
That's the thing that looks squirrely is
she was
once Lycus jumps her ass, saying, you called an 800 number. We keep track of that because we're paying for the phone call. Next day, she calls the cops. Hey, somebody stole my phone.
She started immediately trying to make up excuses why. Well, you don't know that. People call up all the time and say things. We
believed it.
Yes, they did.
And so you got away with it.
Yes, I did.
All right, now, Sue, where do you live? Do you live in Phoenix or Ahwatukee?
Ahwatukee.
Well, here's the bad news, Sue. Since you never went on trial, you just confessed on a national radio program to committing murder.
Well, the crowd's back with her now.
Well,
fickled.
You succeeded.
But you know what? They have to prove it, and he's been cremated.
Yeah, but they've got your confession on tape. You just confessed.
But people call it...
And she may have a point. If he's been cremated, there's not really much to exhume.
Surely they got pictures and everything else that could go back and say, this doesn't look like he was holding the gun right up against it. Unless he was so drunk, she just put it right up against his chest. And it just looks like you did it yourself.
Ahwatukee.
Well, here's the bad news, Sue. Since you never went on trial, you just confessed on a national radio program to committing murder.
Oh, no.
Well, but you know what? They have to prove it, and he's been cremated.
Yeah, but they've got your confession on tape. You just confessed.
But people call up and make stories all the time.
Yeah, but you know what, Sue? I'm going to tell you something. We have an 800 number, and when you call in, because we pay for the call, we have your phone number. And
well, that's fine. It's not my cell phone. It's my
Doesn't
friend.
matter, because the police department's going to find you. And when we find you, you will go on trial.
That's almost kind of an exciting moment right there at the end.
Go team.
Like the end of a football game.
When at the last second.
You just confessed.
But people call up and make stories all the time.
Yeah, but you know what, Sue? I'm going to tell you something. We have an 800 number, and when you call in, because we pay for the call, we have your phone number. And
well, that's fine. It's not my cell phone. It's my
Doesn't
friend.
matter, because the police department's going to find you. And when we find you, you will go on trial.
I'm shocked they can't nail her with anything.
Me too. Why else would you immediately go into this? Well, it's not even my cell phone. You say, you know what? I was making it up. Yeah, you got me. Ha ha. No, you don't. And then call the cops and make a false report the next day.
Yeah, if there wasn't something awry about that, why ditch the cell phone? Short of the fact maybe she thought Lycus would give it out on the air, and then she's got to deal with that.
Yeah, the medical examiner just didn't want to admit. I missed this. I really missed this.
And
what, Trey?
That's exactly what I'm thinking. Is you got a medical examiner went back and goes, ruh-roh.
Wow.
But
how bad is this going to look for me? Yeah.
Well, we'll just exhume the ashtray.
Bad idea. And that's got to be it. It's somebody, somebody called somebody and went, hey, Charlie, look, this has gone away. Let's make it go away. Oh, wait, I don't look bad. You don't look bad.
Well, but again, in a suicide situation, they're going to take pictures from all different angles. Sure. They're going to look at the trajectory, burn marks on his hand, whatever. Maybe she was just being a gash, threw the story out.
Maybe so. We'll never know unless we get her on.
Okay. You ready to go, Dan?
Sure am.
All right. 508, Dan O'Malley's here with Mornings.
Thank you, Russ. Well, we mentioned this story in Nebraska yesterday, the day before. The mother of 9 kids left at an emergency room in Creighton University Medical Center died from a brain aneurysm 17 months ago, days after delivering her youngest child, this according to the father. Gary Staton dropped off his kids Wednesday night at 8 p.m., this according to officials at the Department of Health and Human Services.
This is the father that dropped off how many kids?
9.
And the oldest was 17?
Yes.
All right.
He said, I was with her for 17 years, and then she was gone. What was I going to do? We raised them together. I didn't think I could do it alone. I fell apart, and I couldn't take care of them. Staton said he was overwhelmed by his family responsibilities and had to quit his job. He said he couldn't even pay the rent or utilities. He said, I was able to get the kids to a safe place before they were homeless. He said he made the final decision Wednesday to take the children to the medical center. He said he handed a woman there the birth certificates and said he was there to surrender his children.
Here's the owner's manual and the keys.
Hope everything all right. No, really?
Watch that 17-year-old. He gets out. He likes to dig.
He went on to say, I hope they know I love them. I hope their future is better without me around them.
I'm sure it will be. Complete lack of responsibility. I mean, I didn't know what to do. I was at a loss. How about you dig in, you get a job, you got a 17-year-old.
Why didn't he have a job?
He said it was too much for him.
He said his family responsibilities, like having 9 kids, he couldn't keep up with work and the family.
Well, hang on. The guy kept 4 of them.
He took his kids and dropped them off. And
did he have 9 kids?
Yeah, but he dropped off all of them.
All of them.
Oh, I thought he dropped off only 5.
No,
he dropped off 9 kids? He took 2 trips. Why you got 9 kids? You got no job.
Because she was going to be around to help him, and then she disappeared. She died, and I can't take it. I can't do work. You've got teenagers that can watch these kids. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, the 17-year-old's old enough to drive.
15, 16, 17, yeah.
What is it, Trey?
No, in the story, the 16-year-old girl actually graduated high school early so she could help take care of the kids. This guy just had he was like, I just couldn't take it anymore. So, he lost his job. He basically quit his job
because of the pressure and the stress.
You got enough. What were the ages of the kids? Do you have that?
I'm trying to find it. I don't remember. But it was everywhere from like 17 month all the way up to 17.
It's not like at least 3 of them were old enough to work.
To help the other kids and work. You're right. Totally. He just collapsed.
So you take the oldest, especially the one that graduated, let them watch the kids. And you go fared you a job out someplace.
I can't take it. They're better off without me. Well, in this case, they are. That's just unbelievable that your parents could just drop you off and go, here they are. As you said, here's the owner's manual. Have a nice day.
I can understand maybe if he said, okay, I can't take care of these young ones. I'm going to put them up for adoption. But, I mean, can you imagine mentally
what it does to the children? Or why in this situation, and I will hit myself later for saying this. Why weren't there social services to help those kids?
Well, there are now. And plus, it doesn't help.
The family unit.
He just heard about the new law where you can drop your kids off and went cha-ching. Oh, man.
Yeah, and he was actually cited, he and his wife both were, back in 2004 for neglect. But
Well, that's going to be just an obvious result of having 9 kids. You're not going to be able to keep tabs on all of them.
Oh, my God. I go back to the fact that you're right. There's no screening process for having children. There's no, I'm going to sound like you for a minute, that if you're poor and stupid, there's got to be a way to make you stop squatting them, but there's just not.
People have the right to have children.
They don't. Not when they're stupid. This guy's completely...
We're supposed to reproduce. Why would you want somebody to have the joy of a family?
9 children.
Stop.
You cannot legislate biology and love.
What's the matter with you, Trey?
I can't deal with this reversal.
All right, we'll go back the other way. Sterilize all of them. Go in there with some scissors and snip them eggs out.
That's absurd.
Stop giving people cash to have kids. That's the only reason that family had 9 kids is they knew they could suck the government dry. And when it looked like there wasn't going to be any more cash coming, then he turns them over to the fire department.
I believe he's a complete wimp and loser for doing that anyway. But again, you can't, as Dan just said, you can't legislate brilliance or smart or
yes, you can.
How? How can you legislate it? And make people Make people stop having babies? They didn't do that. They didn't do it in this case.
You stop giving them cash. Stop the support.
So my children are going to starve.
We'll pay for the ones that you already have.
Well, I'm having another one.
No, you won't.
She's pregnant.
Well, then you stop it.
We'll get on it right away.
Make there be some type of requirement if you intend to continually live off the government. We want you sterilized. We'll pay for whatever you got now. So your status quo, everything's cool. Mm-hmm. But we're going to have you spay or neuter.
The government is totally, we're so twisted off with so many other things, housing crisis and everything else. They're never going to get around to doing that. If they haven't done it now, they're never going to do it.
Put me in charge of it.
And you're going to what? Exactly.
I'll process all the applications.
You know how much money they would save? I mean, they could probably go to these people and go, I'll give you $25,000
to what?
To get a vasectomy or get your tubes tied.
Yeah, long term, that would pay off for itself
And the ACLU would be right in the middle of it saying,
exponentially.
No, you won't. You won't do that to
Well,
these
you
people.
can. You can.
I'm saying that's what the ACLU
well,
would
what
do.
Trey's saying is, we're not going to cut off any government services, but here's what we'll do.
Spiff you some cash.
It's a new vasectomy with California emissions. We'll give you cash if you'll knock that off.
Well, that's a very.
Here's $25,000. Quit it.
It's a real good idea, but no politician's going to stand up and offer that. No.
Well, you're giving a family, obviously, that needs the cash, give them the option. We don't want you to be in a situation. We don't want you to be in a situation where you won't be able to afford any more children. So let us help out with what you got, and let's snip them bitches out.
And what happened yesterday, the story that we talked about, people are already coming out going, you know what, you're just trying to make poor people have fewer poor people. Well, yeah, but you can't legislate that. You can't legislate families.
You're not. You're giving them an option, but it's a lucrative one, and it would take. You went to a couple. Say, we'll give you, between the two of you, you're going to get $50,000, but you have to have a vasectomy, you have to get your tubes tied.
Oh, we're not paying for both of them.
Oh, pay for both of them?
No.
Long term?
They're not going to get $50,000.
Oh.
Use a coupon.
I'm with him, because they're going to get divorced, and they're going to screw somebody else.
Well, but at least one of them's off the market.
I suppose it's just sad that we have to get to this point where you have to tell.
But Trey's right. As far as the Civil Liberties Union, that's probably the easiest way to get around it. Is everything stays the same? We'll give you this much,
just an offer
to be sterilized.
Well, that one guy brought that up, and to get
you could probably even start trading them out for stuff. No. How about a new car?
No.
Sterilization, 4 doors,
lottery tickets,
chrome wheels.
No.
Power steering.
We want a family.
California emissions.
We want children.
We got about 20,000 mobile homes. We'll give you that plus some cash. Right?
Yeah. Look at all the crap we could probably trade just for sterilization. Stuff the government's never going to get around to.
Run that trailer by me again.
Yeah, 200 of them. And the land that they're sitting on.
I mean, you take some of these kids back?
You like mold?
I love mold. I do now. Look at my teeth. I can tell which
Great
way.
thing about them mobile homes, you look at every one of them and see which way north is. Do we need a break?
Fabulous prizes, yeah.
Oh, all right. What'd you say there?
Flo said, look at all these fabulous prizes.
You gotta dress like Gumby.
What's next, but we do know it'll be good. The Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
Alfie, who was that chick on hold? She's 7 kids?
It was a guy. He said he had 8 kids, and that no matter what happened, even if his wife were to die, he could find somebody else, no problem.
You mean another wife?
Exactly.
Who would want to step into that? First of all, the guy's a complete goo.
Well, that's not going to get you, unless she's got a fabulous job, that's not going to get you out of the situation that you're in.
No. Obviously, he was maintaining the family before with his job. I'm in overwhelm. I just can't do it. Jeez.
He didn't want the kids. No. You had one.
You want the wife to raise them. You want to have a family with her. As long as she was around to raise the kids, that was fine. And I'll go
what
to
was
work.
the magic of having 9?
A lot of people. There are a lot of families that have 9, 10 kids. Magic, I got no clue. My parents had 4, and I thought they were crazy.
You know, you're going to...
You don't.
You're going to run out of cash at one point.
People don't think that way. You absolutely.
Now, I know you can, the hand-me-downs with the kids and the clothes and whatever, but all of them, you can't do hand-me-down with the food.
I promise you this, you never in your life think about the cost of a child when you go to have them. I'm living proof. You don't add it up. If you did, you probably never have kids. Or you just say that's worth the money, that having this child is worth the cash. I never thought it. I never put a pen to it, ever. And when I do, it makes me queasy.
And Trey's right. That's exponentially, that would solve a lot of problems if you offer them cash.
Yeah, actually, Trey and I did the math during the break that if it was $25,000 over the length of it, you would actually end up saving the state money. Because we were figuring $200 a month per child.
I mean, yeah, and I think that's on the low end.
Well, you don't even have to give them $25,000.
Well, I'm just saying that would be, for most of those people, that would be a huge windfall.
Got my balls cut off. Mm-hmm. State, give me a new set of craters.
I'm going to have a little trades list. Trades a day.
Scooped out my wife's clam. We got a new Broy here on war.
No. No. Not gonna be
They're giving away some fabulous prizes to get sterilized.
No, I don't believe they are. The state's not really into any game shows for your body parts. No.
My cousin next door, got a lazy boy.
What do you have to give up for that? I don't. Maybe
they sterilize.
Oh, I'm just a sterilization. Okay.
Well, I've got a European trip.
I don't believe so. The state's not into this. No.
I tried to swing a whirlpool. All I got was a lazy boy.
Let's make a deal.
You really wouldn't have, if they're already in dire straits, you walk up to them with some fabulous prizes, you can probably get them snipped for next. You probably trade most of it out.
I would say that's going to really decrease the value when you start trading for washers and dryers versus cash.
Go to the city impound, all the cars that they auction off. Say, we'll snip you, but Ed, you can get a fabulous.
Yeah, look at all these. Look at everything out here. Just sit back and soak it all in and look around until something catches your fancy.
We'll cut you for a cutlass.
Come on. How about a nice Winnebago? You can take the family you got left and tour the country.
Let's don't. No.
I could have got a Winnebago. Hell. Cut my balls off. All I got was Ozzy tickets.
In
a koozie.
You're not homeless. You're on a road trip.
What are those, Alfie, on hold?
The guy who had 8 kids is back on hold, and the other ones are just about if you're already on social services.
All right. Hold on. Alfie, how do you say your name?
Andrika.
All right. That's a great way to spell that.
How do you spell it?
Not that way.
All right.
Yes, Andrika.
Hi, I just had a comment. They have a little something like that with you were saying paying them off, to get sterilized or whatever. But if you are already on the Texas Department of Human Services, they're already giving you like food stamps and TANF and all of that, and you have another child, they will not let you add on the new child. You can only get it for the children that you already have.
Well, why don't you just reapply then? At that point, you have another child.
Well, I mean, they won't let you do it. Even if you reapply, you can be getting it right then and have a baby and go in and be like, okay, well, I just had this baby and I want to add them on to my benefits. They will not let you do it. You can't do it.
So the minute you apply, you're cut off from having kids.
Pretty much.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yep. And I love your show.
Heard that.
I listen to you every evening, and that's all I wanted to say.
That's very kind of you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
I'd heard the opposite. I'd heard you get more per child, as well as you get.
Well, if that's accurate, then we've been wrong. If somebody was on social services with one child,
and the minute you apply, the minute you walk in,
yeah. How many kids you got? You got one right now. Mm-hmm. All right, that's all we're paying for.
Well, I'd like to have 2 or 3 more.
Well, that'll be okay, but those are going to be on you. You'll have to carry that tab.
What kind of a deal is that? My buddy got a Broyhill. I hate this state.
You don't want to win a Winnebago?
You got a Winnie? Wow, decisions. Yeah, I'll take the Winnebago.
Good thing you dressed up like the scourge of society.
All right. You ready to go here, Dan?
Yeah.
5:35, Dan O'Malley's here with more news.
Oh, thank you, Russ. Former NFL linebacker Ted Johnson's troubles since his glory days as a New England Patriot have been much publicized. He blamed his struggles with memory loss and depression on 2 concussions. Puss. He said he suffered in less than a week, yet he kept on playing. Now, he's donating his brain to Boston University School of Medicine, which is launching a new center for the study of to study the long-term effects of concussions.
All right, I'm going to ask the obvious question.
Encephalopathy.
Wouldn't that kill him?
After he's dead.
No.
God.
You're just going to crack him open and take
Well,
a
that's
look?
the way the story reads. I'm donating my brain to science.
When I'm gone.
Well, if I were him, I'd be sure and read all the way to the bottom.
Dr. Robert Stern, the center's co-director, said, I think it's huge to have someone of Ted's stature who has suffered so much to be willing to tell the world that enough is enough. John Grimsley died last February of an accidental gunshot wound. Grimsley was a former linebacker for the Oilers who suffered numerous concussions. Doctors at the center have studied his brain and found alarming damage, similar to the brain of a boxer in his 70s who died of severe dementia.
Well, yeah, you bounce your head around a bit, it's going to do permanent damage. I think we know this. Why does this come as a shock?
They want to know how much damage it causes.
Now, is he terminal?
He's not terminal. It's just they want to
when
do
all
this
said
study.
and done, he's going to let him have his brain and see what kind of damage comes from that type of impact.
Exactly. And like they said, in his case, he obviously had 2 severe concussions within a week. I want to see if someone like a Troy Aikman would go this. I think they lost count.
That's what I was going to say.
Because I think some of Aikman's weren't even diagnosed.
Didn't they get to the point where they said one more literally could kill you? I think that was said at one point.
Yeah.
Is that one of the reasons that Staubach retired? He got tired of getting knocked out.
Yeah. I mean, he had just hit a point where...
That'd do it for me.
He knew his body was done.
You get up every morning. Answer the door! Please.
Jeez. What? Is this neighborhood just overridden with Jehovah's Witness? Yeah, one concussion for me. I don't care what my job is. You can cash me in.
That's good.
It's different if you're playing.
Have you had one, Dan?
I've had one that was actually diagnosed. After that one was diagnosed, I went back into my past and figured I've probably had about 3.
And these are pass out. These are knocked out, pass out.
No. I was never actually knocked out. My most severe one, it's fun, because I was never actually knocked out. I blacked out for a solid hour. Don't remember that hour to this day.
Well, that's what happened to Gavin when Stacy dropped him on his head.
But I ran the next play.
Gavin said he was okay. What?
I said, but I ran the next play. Fine. I don't remember.
Well, congratulations for jumping in with that. Now the story's complete. Gavin didn't remember driving home after Stacy dropped him.
I don't remember that. Doesn't remember
and
it
Gavin,
at all.
we checked on him a couple of different times. He said he was all right.
I remember seeing him going out the back door and talking to him.
Didn't he, Venegas came up and checked him, didn't he?
Yes.
For that? I know he did it when he hurt his leg on the...
possibly that was it, but regardless, he gets hurt a lot.
Yeah.
Gavin wanted to ride the floor buffer.
Oh, my Lord, I know, but he wanted to do it to be part of the team, to be in the treehouse.
Told him to stay away from it. But back to the concussion, Gavin didn't remember driving home.
I wasn't aware of that at all, because I remember that night talking to him, because I remember him walking around going, I got my bell rung. I said, are you okay to drive home? Because he was acting almost drunk.
And that's actually how it feels.
Is it? You're drunk?
Yeah. At least it was when I was coming out of the blackout stage. I thought I was back in 8th grade in a completely different city.
I just wonder why they got to research this. If you get knocked around enough, it's going to be that.
Well, it's the long-term, emotional. I mean, it causes depression, memory loss. Does it lead to, increase your chances of Alzheimer's or dementia?
Yes, you're doing damage to your brain.
Well, I'm with Dan. I played an entire second half of a football game. I don't remember.
All right. You think there's been no long-term damage?
I think there has.
You jump up out of bed at night, knock yourself out. What is it? Is it glory days?
No, I did that before.
Yeah, JD's right. What information do you think you're going to extrapolate out of looking at this guy's brain?
We know.
Looking like somebody hit him with a car 4 or 5 times.
Well, it's one of those things. It depends on how many concussions were actually diagnosed, in his case 2. You want to see if you can pinpoint it, how much damage, say, 1 concussion can do versus 10.
All right, let me ask you this. Let's say they figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
You already said if you're playing, it doesn't make any difference. You're going to want to play regardless. Even if you've got stats that say, all right, you get 3 concussions per lifetime.
But the difference is, you're right, some people would still take that chance, but I think if they were to find that type of information, that if they say after 3 you could die, then at that point it could be a mandatory, you're done.
Oh, where the NFL or whatever sport it was, would I step in and go, sorry?
I would think they'd have to, just from a liability standpoint. Because even though the player could sign a waiver that if that player dies on 1 more hit, their family could come back and sue the league saying you should not have let him do this. He was not in his right state of mind, obviously.
Okay. Well, then there's something that could come from that. But I'm certainly not giving anybody my brain.
They don't need to study anybody's brain. Just 2 words, Muhammad Ali. You get smacked around enough, things stop working.
Well, he has Parkinson's, too. Now,
well, we don't know how he got Parkinson's. Probably got it knocked into him.
Give you the Parkinson's punch.
Oh, yeah, with Muhammad Ali, you don't have to go back and do any autopsy or look at his brain. Just go back and watch that 30-second spot. I don't want you living with roaches.
That was before he got Parkinson's, yeah.
That man's been knocked around.
Oh, there's a fighter, Riddick Bowe, who in the 90s was, a heavyweight champion. He's basically...
Is he doing spots for ABC? Pest control?
Pest and lawn.
No, he's basically mildly retarded now. He can barely speak.
It's a sport where the point is to knock your head off.
But it's never been documented or studied what is the long-term damage. That's what, now, if they do this, they'll be able to go back
You
and
got
listen.
enough documentation. Go back and look at old athletes. Hey, do you think you had too many concussions?
Yeah, I got beat around.
All right. You talk to enough players, you're probably going to find a correlation.
But they'll be able to do a scan that says, if, you got hurt in this part of the brain, it's not that bad, you're going to be okay. But if we show you got damage over here...
You can't control where you're going to get hit.
But they can scan afterwards and say,
stop playing.
And know where to say, you can't play anymore.
What?
So who was the guy that, did you say Riddick Bowe?
Mm-hmm.
How many concussions did he have?
Well, who knows? With a fighter, who knows? They probably could technically get a concussion every time they fight.
I'm Riddick Bowe for Snickers. I'm Batman.
Stop with the wings.
That commercial came out right when I got mine. The Batman
All right, go ahead, Dan.
Okie dokie. This out of Houston. A passenger on a motorcycle that was fleeing from police died when the driver hit a patrol car early Friday. Or hit irony. Houston police said Gabriel Valdez refused to stop for officers and led them on a pursuit through downtown Houston. Officer K.L. Flowers heard the pursuit on his radio.
I missed the beginning. Was he on a bike?
Yes, he was. He's fleeing police officers.
Good.
So Houston police officer K.L. Flowers heard the pursuit on his radio and parked his patrol car on the right shoulder of the Gulf Freeway to assist pursuing officers. Detectives said Flowers saw the motorcycle switching lanes on the feeder road, turned on his lights as Flowers drove into the right-hand lane of the freeway. Officer Valdez entered the freeway and hit Flowers' patrol car. Valdez and his passenger, 50-year-old Alfonso Hernandez, were thrown. Hernandez died at the scene. Valdez, his condition was not released.
Why were two guys riding on a bike together?
Well, we don't know. Maybe they were fleeing a
One was 50, one was 23.
Or maybe they were gay. Yeah, that's gay.
I was, it was over the weekend. I was coming up to the station because I was low on supplies.
Yes, toilet paper and the things you steal.
Another a batch of kids on Jap bikes doing the same thing.
Just from the
wheelie for... He did it till he was out of sight. I don't know how long that they can maintain that.
I wonder if they run in packs because there's a safety factor there because they make so much noise and you see a bunch of them. Maybe that's safer versus the one guy by himself. I don't know.
Yeah, very seldom do you see one. Yeah, it's a group thing, so you can...
That way you show off for your buddies. It's no fun to do it if nobody's... Didn't somebody call up and say that? It's no fun to do it if nobody sees it?
Yeah, which is exactly what he said. That's why we do it on the freeway.
It's funny, the police officer waited till the guy pulled out the lights. Oh, I'm going to turn onto the access road.
Got to get up on the freeway.
I certainly picked a bad time to do that, didn't I? Stopped a fleeing, you stopped a fleeing vehicle. What's the difference in that and a pit maneuver where the car rolls over?
They were fleeing from the cops. Anything that happens after that is just bonus points.
It looks bad.
Why?
When a car hits a motorcycle.
No, the motorcycle hit the car.
Exactly.
Well, okay. Well, we got pulled in front of the motorcycle knowing he was coming up behind.
Positioned it. It just happened to be in the right spot at the right time.
Just pulled off the Gulf Freeway and waited for it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Looks like your partner fell off there.
Well, lost your bitch.
You want me to get you one of them bumper stickers? All right, go ahead.
Oh. Well, a farmer named Duke Wheeler from White House, Ohio, which is in the northern part of the state. Duke was so excited when Sarah Palin joined the John McCain ticket that he hired an artist to mow a portrait of Palin into his 16-acre cornfield.
I saw that on CNN today. What is the fanatical... Oh! What am I trying to say?
Uproar?
Yeah.
The groundswell of
yeah, well,
people
where did the
loving her.
groundswell come from over Sarah Palin?
Because she's decent looking and unfortunately,
no one knew her.
Yeah, nobody knew her. She came from nowhere, and she really did energize the McCain campaign for a while. I don't know if that's going to continue as she continues to talk, but it has helped him a lot.
They should have Cheney'd her right after the announcement.
And she's very, very right-wing, very conservative, very fundamental Christian values.
She brings that thing to the Republicans that McCain didn't have.
Right. McCain's much more middle of the road. As Mark Davis would say, he's not a true conservative.
Oh, I know. Good Lord. I remember.
Well, and she also brings sex appeal to this campaign.
Which it certainly didn't have. But
and it's also, you're bringing youth onto the side with McCain.
And to the Republican Party in general.
Where with Obama, you already had that. And you've got something that, the younger demographics were going to latch onto. Younger guy may have more empathy for somebody in my age range, so you're going to slant in that direction.
And they're just going to beat this to death of lack of experience. And now the Katie Couric interviews didn't go that well, really. I mean, did you hear any of the interview?
No.
Cut 108 is Palin and Couric talking about how Palin thinks being next to Russia gives her international cred.
Oh, good Lord.
I think I already brought that up. Just because you're next door to the Russians doesn't mean you all of a sudden have international relations, unless that's where the 5 kids come from.
I think Katie Couric heard that and thought that'd be a good question to ask from you.
All right.
Well, explain to me why that enhances your foreign policy credentials.
Well, it certainly does, because our
I'm not going to be able to listen to her talk for 4 years.
Well, the good news is the VP kind of goes away after the election.
Not necessarily.
Well, they don't talk. You don't hear Cheney all the time.
Well, that's Cheney, but look at how much you saw Al Gore during Clinton's tenure.
Once was too much.
That's because our next door neighbors are foreign countries. They're in the state that I am the executive of. And
have you ever been
Russia.
Involved with any negotiations, for example, with the Russians?
We have trade missions back and forth. We do. It's very important when you consider even national security issues.
I haven't heard a yes yet.
No.
Look at Trey.
What's the matter, Trey?
He's got to migrate.
Shut her up. Just shut her up.
No. Obviously, she's got some type of relations with the Russians.
Just shut her up.
Probably should do some paternity tests on them kids, especially that 5th one.
Negotiations, for example, with the Russians?
We have trade missions back and forth.
We've talked to each other from time to time.
We're next door there.
I could see him from my house.
You can?
Yeah.
And you guys get along real good, eh?
Yeah. We do. It's very important when you consider even national security issues with Russia, as Putin rears his head and comes into the airspace of the United States.
She makes Putin sound like Punxsutawney Phil. And Putin sticks his head out, and he saw his shadow there, so he left me alone for 6 weeks, don't you know? What the heck do you mean?
His head and comes into... Putin rears his head and comes into the airspace of the United States of America. Where do they go? It's Alaska. It's just right over the border. It is from Alaska.
All right. Logistically, that makes sense.
Yeah.
If you're going to invade this country, you're going to go to the part that's closest to you. You're not going to fly around the world just to come at us on the other side.
I think you actually do. If you're talking about Moscow, I believe it's quicker to go the other way.
I'm pretty sure they have Air Force bases on the other side of Russia.
Yeah. And that's they have sent bomber missions into U.S. airspace in the last 18 months.
To Alaska?
Yeah.
And what are we going to get if what are they going to see?
It's not. It's just. It's again. It's one of those. I'm not touching you, but we're here.
Well, they stop by for the conjugal visits sometimes.
The Russians do?
Yeah.
What do they do? Why would they come by you? Oh, never mind. I know why.
Have you not seen my family photos?
Close it up.
Got my oldest last week.
The United States of America. Where do they go? It's Alaska. It's just right over the border. It is from Alaska that we send those out to make sure that an eye is being kept on this very powerful nation, Russia, because they are right there.
Plus, they're scared of the moose.
No, they're not. Polar bears, no.
That's what keeps them out of our country there.
The moose?
That, moose and squirrel.
They're right next to our state.
They know in Alaska I'm the fearless leader there.
That makes sense now.
We need a break.
Yeah.
All right. You bored?
No.
Well, fine. We'll be back.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. Contenders come and go, but there's only one afternoon champ. The Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
Forgot I had a guitar synthesizer, so I've got it out.
I know you got it out. It's irritating.
You don't enjoy the sweet music he makes?
No, he's not making sweet music. I don't know what he's doing. No idea what that was. Other than irritating.
You're so negative.
I'm not negative. It's just...
You're never encouraging.
My opinion, that's all. Play a song.
You're killing the man's spirit.
I'm trying to learn new songs.
What song you learned?
For Halloween.
What song was that you were just playing?
I'm just digging around. It's I haven't used that synthesizer. I think I bought that 2 years ago, and I let it sit in the corner.
Whatever you had was spooky a minute ago, and then you went into something irritating.
Well, that's my gig. What do you got, Dan?
Right now, traffic is brought to us by Redbox and by Freeze Furniture. Right now in Dallas, if you're in Dallas, just expect heavy delays everywhere you go. No major accidents right now, though. But in Irving, you're kind of screwed. 161 southbound after Beltline, there's an accident blocking the right lane there. That has everyone backed up to 635. Speaking of 635, in Mesquite, 635 southbound after I-30, there's an accident there. And in Grapevine, 114 westbound at Main Street, there's an accident on the right shoulder, but it's still slowing folks down back to Freeport. And in Bedford, 183 westbound at the Murphy West Park exit, the left lane is blocked. Not sure why, but it's adding to already bad rush hour delays. So it's Friday in Dallas and Fort Worth. There's your last check of traffic. I'm Dan O'Malley on the Russ Martin Show.
Hey, Daniel. 70 for the load tonight. Going to be a beautiful, beautiful weekend. Sunshine, 91 tomorrow, 90 by Sunday. We have 88 currently, live 105.3. Put it down.
What was the groan during traffic?
Put it down. That's how you pick up the guitar. Oh, what's the...
Bop, bop, bop. It's just one of the settings.
Bop. You have any that sound like songs?
No.
Oh. Lucky me.
Bop, bop. Bop, 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 bop.
I can't tell what song that is.
Trey.
Batman.
Thank you.
Bop, 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 bop.
You got any Batman settings that sound like the song?
Nope.
Bop, 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 bop.
As cute as that is. Go ahead.
Bop, 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 bop.
Stop. God. This is what we listened to during the whole break. Why do we have to do it now?
Play it again.
God bless, Trey. You really like that? Is that music to your ears?
Hey!
What?
Shut your fat ass!
I won't.
All right, I'm playing.
Bop, 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 bop.
That was kind of cute.
You know what it was?
No. It just sounds funny with the bob-ba-da-bob-bops going on.
Let's see what else is on here.
Bop, do, do, bop, do, bop, bop, do, bop, 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 do, bop, bop, do, bop, 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 bop.
I'm looking around the room. Somebody help me.
Whole lot of love.
Thank you. You don't hear that?
No.
Bop, 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 bop.
Now I do. That's great. That's awesome. You've come a long way.
Not done.
Bop, 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 bop.
That one I know, but I can't place it. Dun, dun, dun.
Bop, 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 bop.
No.
Iron Man.
Thank you.
Thank you, nice lady.
What do you want to hear, Trey?
Oh, dear Lord.
I believe I feel a 55-minute sit.
Why?
What?
Simon.
Simon.
That one I got. Quit beating on it. Stop. It mocks you.
Can you do the Monsters?
Your own guitar mocks you.
Monsters?
Yeah.
Let's see. I ain't the Monsters.
No, it's Dallas.
Was that Dallas?
It's supposed to be.
Let her rip.
Show's been off a while, you know.
It's cool. It's like being treated to a symphony, JD.
That one was actually listenable. That's better than what you were doing in a break.
Okay.
That's nice. That sounded great. In fact, I love it. I wish you'd played more.
Okay.
It's very relaxing to me.
Where the hell the drums come from? That scared the piss out of me.
Again, your guitar mocks you.
All right.
That's okay. Oh, Jesus.
Quit it! All right, I'm done. Fantastic bit's over. Sweet something, Dan.
Okie dokie.
Hey, you know what? Actually, during the break, I didn't know you had this audio. I listened to the clip of Ed McMahon from Entertainment Tonight.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard anybody take responsibility for anything.
He completely came out and just said, well, I'll let him say it. But yeah, this is...
You feel worse for him now. Because, first of all, he's ecstatic that he's doing the whatever that spot is.
FreeCreditReport.com.
Where he's a rapper.
Just happy to work. He just, I'm happy to be doing anything.
It almost makes you teary at the end because he said that I did it. Anything that happened to me, I did. Doesn't blame it on an accountant.
His wife.
Bad planning. Not his wife, who you know is probably 95% responsible.
You're rapping now. That's right. I'm rapping. You believe this? Those crazy kids are right. I got a similar story. We got it on the track, and I did it. And I'm so proud of myself because I never thought I ever could get to that.
So this is fun, though, doing this for Free Credit Report.
Yeah? Yeah, I love the work. I mean, I love doing everything I do. And it's a, lucky break for me that I found out that I could do this.
There is an irony in the sense of doing this for free credit.
Somehow, I don't think that was something that gnawed at him for years.
If I could dress up like a rapper, drive around and ask people for all that damn money I gave them back.
I never knew if I could rap.
Report, because you feel like there are times you did not look at your credit as closely as you should have.
That's right. I didn't sign a check for 50 years. I did, that didn't bother me. I should have, I was wrong. I should have done it. I'm at fault. But it's still, I was so concerned about everything else, that was kind of off to the side. And I neglected that, and it was, bad, but it's anybody's fault. It's mine.
Didn't blame syndication, didn't blame anything with the industry. He took ownership of all of it. And I'm really surprised more people in Hollywood haven't done something to help him.
What are you going to do? Short of buying his house out, and as Trey said,
well, obviously
that's going to make money on it.
The Free Credit Report people thought, what?
That's sort of
capitalizing. It's not going to be damning. We're probably going to get extra publicity out of it because somebody stepped up and helped Ed.
I guess not going to give you much money, but it's all sort of like capitalizing on someone's pain, like they did with Kevin Federline.
Yeah.
Kevin Federline in that commercial.
What kind of pain does he have?
Federline?
Yeah,
he was kind of at the bottom at that time. Nobody would hire him to do anything, and they got
he's never. No one's. I mean,
I know he's never really done much of anything.
Yeah, that was a deal for him. He got to be on TV, and besides being Britney's bitch,
I'm just saying they're capitalizing on Ed's pain.
They gave him a freaking job.
Oh, they did give him a job, but
he didn't have to say yes.
I bet he did. I'll bet you money he did have to say yes at this point to anything.
Okay, all right. He's doing at least 2 of these national spots, and he's going to make probably. I'm sure they're paying him.
I believe these are going to be internet spots, so there's probably a buyout, so that it could be.
So these aren't broadcast.
As far as I know, they're not broadcast yet.
No, they're going to
come out.
They're going to be broadcast in October.
Okay, the thing I read said internet, but whatever, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Let's say they were.
Well, but you've done national spots before, and you know how much cash you get as long as they run.
I'm a nobody, so going in, all I got was day rate, and then you get every time it runs. He probably got what's that now? That'd be several days' work, $200,000-$300,000 maybe, and then you get residuals, which to him is going to be next to that.
And how much money did you make off that spot that you did?
Mouthwash.
Yeah, you said that you were in an auditorium full of people. Wasn't a close-up on you. You didn't have to say a freaking word. You just laughed at some comic that was on stage.
Showing off our teeth, that's all it was, Max.
You were probably on maybe 2 seconds.
Of the whole spot, maybe 3.
All right, how much cash you get?
Almost $60,000 over 6 months.
All right.
The checks just kept coming in. Every week it was like, payday. But you're right, that's very rare, especially in the Dallas market, to get a network, what's called a network commercial. But if he gets a network spot, it'll be some cash. It won't be the kind of money they'll dig him out of a, whatever $1 million deal he's in.
It's still income.
It's something. And he apparently just likes working.
What, Trey?
I forgot the guy's name, the big gruffy guy that we had in here. He was doing something for at Texas Motor Speedway.
All right, whatever.
Yeah, he'd done a lot of commercials, and he said, that's his bread and butter. He goes, checks just keep rolling in every month.
It's an ass load of cash.
Well, if you can keep 2 or 3 of them going, you're rich. You're very well off.
All right. Give it a shot again, Dan.
All right. Last October, 61-year-old Philip Seaton of Shelby County, Kentucky, checked himself into the hospital to get circumcised. When Philip woke up after his procedure, he realized that his doctors had cut off his wiener. You might be wondering why. According to the doctors, they discovered cancer on Philip's penis during the circumcision procedure.
Then you wake me up.
It was an emergency.
You wake me. It's not going to be that big of an emergency. I made it in there.
The cancer isn't on fire. You can wake me up.
Wake me up and ask me if it's okay to cut my ding off.
Now, you've got cancer. It's going to go anyway. We already got you here. We're saving you money.
We don't. At least give me the luxury of saying okay.
We'll wake you up and go, would it be okay? We have found some cancer. Would it be okay if we cut off your wiener? And you go, yes. I go, good, because we already did. That's really a good thing you said that way.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, that would be the best way to save that. All right, we're going to put you back on there, and we're going to cut your dingus off.
Yeah, it's cancer. It's inoperable. You got to lose it.
It's bad. It's bad.
It may take your whole body if we don't get rid of it.
As soon as we circumcised you, we saw almost all of it. It's nasty.
We actually see it growing. So it'd be okay if we removed it? Yeah. Just save your life.
Okay.
Sweet.
Here, while we're at it, would you sign this real quick for us?
You're going back under.
Just for a little bit.
I'm sorry, but I'd say let it eat at me. I'll try some chemo and radiation first.
I'll sit inside of a nuclear reactor.
Yeah, I'll figure out the defeat switch on the microwave and cook it in there for a while.
As opposed to dying?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yes. You cut a man's junk off, he's dead. What's the point?
Well, obviously, sex is a major drive, but still, if it's that or die and live.
You're junk.
No.
You're not going to have any release. Say something happens, you get aroused, or
there's no release. I think after a while,
I guess you assume that you're aroused. There's nothing to do.
I think if you don't do it for a long period of time, you stop getting that urge.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's more than just sex. I mean, that's the one thing that makes you a dude.
If you're in your 20s. Well,
they call it your manhood for that very reason, because it makes you a dude.
If you're in your 20s or 30s,
you drop your pants and you got no wiener.
What if you're 65?
You're not a dude.
Don't take my dudedom.
Yeah. 65 years old? I don't care what. I could live another 20 years and watch my kids grow up and go to college and all that stuff if you cut that off. If
they're my kids, they're going to want me to have my junk. Otherwise, I'm going to be taking out my aggression somehow.
I don't think your kids are going to care about your junk, but okay.
I'd go ahead and let it eat me.
You really would? I wouldn't. I don't know. I'm not there, but I don't think I would. I said take it.
If they were going to cut the entire thing off.
Right now, today, no, because I'm still active.
Well, how old was this guy?
70,
he was 61.
All right. So at 61, you're okay with having your business cut off?
That's 10 years from now. Let me think. Oh, that'd be a tough decision. I'd be certainly twisted if I woke up and they did it.
Well, it would be a tough decision if somebody asked you ahead of time.
Plus, if you remember the story from the guy from England, his doctors told him he had cancer, so he gave away all his stuff. Turns out he didn't.
Yeah.
You get a diagnosis like that, you want a handful of opinions, not even one. He didn't even get the option.
These guys are going to get sued for everything.
What if they were wrong?
Oh, that's not cancer. That's a wart. Never mind. My bad.
Hey, he's waking up. Put a Klondike bar down there. We'll tell him he's got cancer, and it's melting.
Give him a hand mirror.
So what? Look down here.
Yeah.
Pull the stick out of it.
I'll get a stick grown in it.
Hey, Klondike bar. What I wouldn't do for one. What's the end of the story?
Well, he's obviously suing. And it's for an undisclosed amount. Me personally, my filing would be all the money in the world
that you have.
Yeah, there's not a way to. Okay, if we gave you $500 million, you happy with that? Dude, you cut my junk off.
Nothing you can buy with any amount of money is really going to bring you any satisfaction if you don't have a wiener to go with.
And everybody's going to know.
Well, yeah, but you're rich.
No, listen. I'd kill somebody.
Well, you know what's really easy for you to get to that level? You can see, you killed Dr. Venegas.
They cut your junk off.
I guess.
Without Dan's right. I didn't think
permission.
about this. Forget the permission thing. There was no second opinion unless they just had some tour come through and go, hey, look at this. It looked like cancer.
Yes. Everybody raise your hand. Look, cancer? That looked like Klondike bar to me. Take the stick out.
But yeah, I mean, technically it wasn't even a first opinion because he never got it. It was a first conclusion.
No, he'll make a lot of cash on it, but that doesn't do any good at this point. What doctor would do that? Don't say it, Trey.
Is there a reason from the hospital? Here's the reason.
Well, according to doctors, they discovered it. And
they discovered cancer.
They said they made an emergency decision.
So he wasn't going to be able to live another 3 hours. They just happened to catch that cancer at that instant.
That's where they are going to have to be screwed. Because I've never heard of someone finding cancer. So if we don't do something about this in the next 6.5 minutes, he's going to die.
No, typically if they find it and there is no procedure that can save you. I mean, you're dead if it's that imminent. Like with pancreatic cancer. It's if you get a chance by the time they find it, you're going to die in a week.
We shouldn't have cut his weenie off.
Oh.
Go out to Loma Linda, get me a baboon wing.
Maybe he won't notice.
I think he's going to
sew it on.
That's going to notice.
That's what it looks like when you snip around it.
Yeah, that's what it looks like without the skin. Look how big it is.
It's 7 inches in dark red.
Well, that's what they look like when they come out.
Dude, don't complain. It's 3.5 more than you had before.
Yeah. And this is a good one.
Don't quit.
Oh, my God.
Watch this. You haven't seen this yet.
What?
Drop your pants. Hand me that banana. Watch it peel it.
Well, that's a dandy trick. I do like that part of it. But it looks like one of them ones they bring the planes in with.
Well, and the good thing is sometimes it'll reach out, grab somebody by the neck, pull them close so you can kiss them. Name it Clyde.
No. No.
You get it?
Yeah. Left turn, Clyde.
In case your blinkers go out.
Or you're riding a bike.
Oh, my God.
It's great in football for clotheslining.
Or just trick your kids.
And next birthday party, you don't got to hire no donkey.
No. No, we would not bring that out for a birthday party. No.
Kids would like it. Go ahead, Dan.
Okay. A recent survey found that 38% of people over the age of 50.
What?
A recent survey found that 38% of people over the age of 50 have avoided sex, made an excuse not to have sex or stopped having sex because it's uncomfortable or painful. For women, it's a low sex drive, general pain, and dryness. And for men, it's the inability to get it up and the inability to keep it up and a low sex drive.
Now, are these valid excuses or people just reasons somebody doesn't want to have sex and they go,
well, some are valid.
I got my weenie cut off.
Some are unavoidable. No, some are valid excuses. Others are just, like, eh.
A lot of women after 50, the hormonal thing kicks in. I did. A friend of mine whose wife wouldn't have sex with him, he went 10 years, actually. And finally she said he found out the wives of the neighborhood would get around and laugh at how long they could keep their husbands from having sex. They thought it was funny.
Well, that's all right. Because I'm sure the husbands were all having their meetings.
No doubt they were having their little sessions.
Hang on a second. That's a question about the circumcision? I didn't think about that. Yes, Jonathan.
Yeah, I want to know how you go 65 years and then decide the hood ain't your style.
Yeah, well, all of a sudden you're going to make some kind of styling change in your early 60s.
Yeah.
Apparently, it said that the reason why he was getting the circumcision is that it was some sort of treatment for an unnamed medical condition.
Yeah, he had cancer on it.
Well, no, this is a medical condition he was aware of. For whatever reason, the circumcision was going to help it, but they haven't said what that was yet.
I had a friend of mine that was in his 30s that got one. Into his 30s, didn't know why. He told me it was a medical problem, and he had to have a circumcision. I drove him to the hospital. There's no reason he even told me what it was.
Imagine the guy's wife, like, oh, honey, it's going to be a new look.
I'll say.
Can't wait.
Are you talking about the one that lost it all together?
Well, that's new.
Well, look at this. At least now we can do that scissor thing you always liked.
You always said you like lesbian porn.
We can bump wounds.
Oh, God.
Look here, I got a matching hatchet wound.
Don't.
You need a break?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go shopping.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
Maybe if the cancer had progressed in my life, the quality of life has just dropped to absolutely nothing, then I might let them cut off my penis.
But again, if you have cancer there, it may have spread, you may have prostate, and it's not going to work anyway at that point.
I don't care if it works or not.
You still want it?
What do you mean it won't work?
If you have prostate cancer, then that's the one that makes your wiener not work.
It doesn't matter if it's functioning or not. At that point, it's still an accessory.
It's still there.
It's my human hood ornament.
It's an accessory that doesn't do anything. It's useless at that point.
It doesn't matter.
It saves your life.
It doesn't matter if it's useless. The fact is, if you take it off,
yes,
you're not a man.
You're not. Just really try to imagine yourself waking up and it's not there.
They leave his balls hanging?
I think they did because it said all they did was amputate the penis.
Why do you care?
I'm just curious.
Because that'd be like hell on earth.
Down the balls and
you still had your
you drop your pants, you look like one of them trailer hitches on a truck.
Stop it. No.
But then if they had taken off his sack, then you actually put that on your truck.
Yeah. What, Chloe?
And also, how do you pee? Is it a catheter or you have to...
They obviously had that...
There'll still be an exit wound at that point.
Well, then you got to sit.
You probably would have to sit, yes. Otherwise, it would be hard to aim.
All right. So that's going to remind you every time you go to the bathroom when you got to sit to pee,
you're still alive.
that either you had a bad surgery or you're a program director.
Damn. Well, how do you gotta get a shoehorn or something?
What?
You gotta get how's it going to come out? It comes straight out. You gotta lean over the toilet like this. Or I'm just saying, if it's gone, it goes straight out. Wouldn't you think?
I don't know which direction it goes. I still have mine.
Okay.
You're letting him drink, aren't you?
I don't know what his fascination is.
I don't know either.
I think he has a natural
because that's not going to be the first thing when I come out of recovery. How do I pee?
Sit down, let it squirt. I don't know.
You can give up pissing on campfires. You're going to get burned.
Poor guy. But again, at 61, 65, if it meant saving my life, you would.
They wake you up and they say, well, you've got cancer down here. And we'll go ahead and say it's going to be terminal.
Yeah.
You're going to be fine with them cutting it off.
I'm not going to be fine with it, but that versus saving
it's a decision you'd make.
Absolutely.
I think even if you were to ask a 90-year-old men if this happened to them, would they elect to have it removed? I think even the 90-year-old men would say no.
And regardless of what their answer is, you wake them up and ask them.
That's true. That part of it's absurd. And that's why the hospital will not write a nice little check to this man.
It ain't going to be little.
It's still not going to be satisfying.
And who made?
Because everybody around knows that you got you a hatchet wound.
There's no Wiener Willie. Hatchet wound.
Hey, Willie!
What?
How's it hit? Oh!
That's right. You tell me that joke every day. It ain't funny.
Why are you calling me Willie?
Willie-less.
I'm changing my name. It ain't Willie no more.
Well, you're right.
Call me Bob.
All right, go ahead, Dan.
Well, on Wednesday, a judge in New York ruled that a 77-year-old tax attorney named William Holby will
Hold on. Are those about the surgery? Okay. Yes, Alex.
Yeah, the reason why JD's friends probably did the surgery is because
you're talking about the
circumcision. Yeah, the circumcision at 30 is because sometimes that opening it'll be too small, and if you have sex or anything like that, then it'll actually the skin will rip, and then it'll scar, and then it'll just keep getting worse and worse, and then the only way to remedy it is to get a circumcision.
I wonder why that would happen at an older age. You would think once you've gone through puberty and everything's as big as it's going to get, that problem would be there then.
Well, I mean, I'm actually going to have to go in and do that, and I'm 22, so, and it didn't come up until about 2 years ago.
Your gopher won't come out of the hole?
No, it will. Just that if I get a little bit too frisky, then
it tears.
Yeah.
No.
And then I'm out of commission for like a week or so.
Okay. Good luck.
Oh, put that in the back of his mind.
I'd go with a local, man. You are not putting me all the way under.
I'm away, and I want mirrors everywhere.
Yeah, I think you could probably do a circumcision with local.
Yeah, you probably could.
Well, I would think if you can get a vasectomy with a local, I don't see why. And that's more internal, or it is internal.
Yeah. Because they actually cut open each side of your scrotum, pull your vas out, clip it, and shove it back in.
Because really all it's going to be is like going in to get stitches.
I don't even think they give babies locals. I think they just go
they just go and do it.
Yeah.
You're already crying.
What are they going to say?
What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Oh, that's right, you're little, aren't you?
Yeah. Why don't you try it up front at the complaint window?
You can't.
Yeah? Keep crying, see what else happens.
I hate this life.
Send you home with somebody else.
All right, good.
On Wednesday, a judge in New York ruled that 77-year-old tax attorney named William Holby will be forced to pay tens of thousands of dollars in back taxes after he illegally tried to deduct $322,000 for medical expenses. Some of his medical expenses.
I wonder if you could sew somebody else's penis on there.
No.
You could do heart transplants. Why wouldn't you be able to do that with a Peter?
I don't know if they can get it to work, but at the very least, if it's there, just so you have something.
You can take a heart out of somebody else, stop it, put it in a person, start it again. Why couldn't you sew on somebody else's penis?
I just think once all those capillaries and things have died.
Well, John Wayne Bobbitt got his penis sewed back on.
Yeah, but I think that's because obviously it was his, but it's because it was still fresh. So I don't know how you would keep...
Well, I'm not saying go dig one up.
Well, I understand that.
Wait for somebody to have a car accident and get the weed.
It's coming from the man that doesn't want to donate anything.
Well, a lot of times you have organ donors. They say take it all. It's organ.
I just think after your part on you is dead and I'll crust it over, I don't think that'd work.
Well, what Russ is saying, though, in the proper amount of time.
A transplant. If you're going to cut it off,
I see.
Go find a donor.
See, yeah, you're right, because they do it with other extremities, fingers, toes, things like that.
And make sure the colors match. I don't want to look like some sock puppet.
Like, it'd be better you go two-tone.
No. Look at that.
What?
Different colors for the season.
What's wrong, honey? You always said you wanted to.
Look at that. You like this little sock puppet thingy? Plus, at the end, we put on the pink lips.
I don't like it. It's smiling at me.
Well, it's happy.
I don't like it. Change it.
What is that in the hall?
Somebody's out there talking.
Well, I know that.
I just don't know who it is.
You see anything on the cameras?
No. I'll go out there and get them. They run my sock monkey bit.
I better know who it is. Johnny?
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
Is that her?
Johnny.
What'd she bring?
A dog?
All right, thanks. Go ahead, Dan.
Got that cleared up. So some of the things that this man, he illegally tried to deduct $322,000 for medical expenses. Some of the examples. $162 for sexual performance aids.
That's relaxing.
such as lube, condoms, and, of course...
And that's protective.
It's not tax deductible.
Why not?
It's just not. Lube?
It's a medical aid. You don't want tearing. Lube. And you don't want an STD.
That's not tax.
That's covered. Shut up.
So what about the nipple clamps?
Who were they for?
This man. I mean, he bought them. I don't know if they were for him or for somebody else, but he bought them, so he's trying to write them off.
Yes.
Keep them on.
Yes, I'm on all the time.
In case his nipples got loose.
Makes sense. Well, number 2, $2,173 on porn to enhance sexual performance in lieu of taking Viagra.
Well, that's what the other stuff is for. You got the porn, so you're going to need the other things.
The all-natural route. Number 3, $111,364 for therapeutic sex and massages to relieve osteoarthritis and enhance erectile function through frequent orgasm.
I'm okay with that one.
That's a good price, too.
Never mind how many you get for that.
He got audited?
Yeah.
Yeah, massages aren't tax deductible as much as we like them to be. Dan, what did you get? You got some kind of massage through our insurance. What was it?
Well, yeah, it's a therapeutic massage through a chiropractor.
All right, so why wouldn't that be deductible if you had to pay anything out of pocket, your copay?
I would think so if you had to.
And this says to enhance erectile dysfunction, so I'm thinking probably he was not just getting a massage.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't go into a licensed massage therapist.
That's the problem.
Erectile dysfunction is an illness.
But I think for it to be tax deductible, I think it has to be someone who's licensed and,
Oh, it's homeopathic.
Yeah. Betty and Trailer
alternative medicine through a whore?
That's his problem. He put it under the wrong list.
Betty and what?
Betty and Trailer 2? I don't think so. It's not exactly a tax deduction.
It's therapeutic. Leave the man alone.
He just filed it wrong. Earlier this week, a Japanese company called Prop unveiled its latest invention, a wearable inflatable airbag for the elderly. Basically.
How much are those? We're getting a couple for Trey.
The airbag for the elderly hits the market soon, and it'll cost around $1,300.
Is this actually a suit that they wear?
The inflatable airbag weighs 2.5 pounds. It straps around the wearer's torso like a vest. And if the person trips, the airbag automatically inflates in 0.1 seconds, cushioning the fall and protecting the person's head, hips, and backside. The downside is the airbag only inflates if the person falls backward.
So you buy 2 of them. Put one of them on backwards.
Trey?
What?
You'd have a protective papoose.
You need one.
I'll be all right.
Next time your bed falls out from underneath you.
Trey's luck. Airbag will bounce him back into the headboard.
Exactly. Or out the window.
You end up out here in the street.
Thank God my airbag. Well, hell.
So
maybe I'll land on my back and the other one will go off. You got 25, 30 stitches from the last time you jumped up out of bed and knocked yourself out with a headboard. Why wouldn't you want these airbags?
I'm sure they're quite uncomfortable to wear, especially in your
How
sleep.
uncomfortable was it when you knocked yourself out when you woke up?
It wasn't very comfortable.
All right. Some airbags.
I'm not going to pay $2,600 for a couple of airbags.
We'll get some bumpers on your bed then.
I'll be all right.
A bubble wrap would work, I think.
Sell the headboard. That's the thing that's out to get you.
It was the frame this week, though. The frame actually came out in the middle of the night. Just on one side, though, so you could roll off onto the floor.
Yeah, I had all 4 legs actually collapsed. You'd gone straight down. You'd have been fine.
Fine, perfect. Oh, we're at an angle.
Where'd you get that bed?
Satan.
Salem?
I don't remember.
Okay.
That's actually a good question. Maybe you should have somebody look into that.
See if my bed's possessed.
Yeah.
It's knocked you out and rolled you out of it. Obviously, it doesn't care for you.
It's the one place you go from the whole day. The one place you go, you feel completely safe. Oh, finally, the day's over. Job is crap. My car, I didn't get killed on the freeway. I didn't get killed on that airplane today. I'll just lay here in my nice comfy. The one place I'm safe is my bed. I love this place.
Damn it! God! Maybe the feathers ignited.
Spontaneous mattress combustion.
It's the only thing that happened to him.
Yeah.
It was a comforter. There's a Down company. There's Down syndrome.
Got a retarded comforter.
Stuffed it with redundant. I know that doesn't make any sense. I just wanted to work it in. How long before we need a break, Flo?
4 minutes.
You want to go get Johnny and the dogs? That way we'll make it quick. Go ahead, Dan.
Okay. On Monday, a 35-year-old woman from New Ulm, Germany, heard a knock at her front door. When she answered, she noticed her dentist standing there with his bag of tools. Anyway, according to the woman, the dentist forced his way into her house, tied her hands together. Then, without saying a word, he took out his dental instruments, pried open her mouth, and forcibly removed 2 bridges. Apparently, she had recently had $600 worth of bridges put in, and her insurance company was refusing to pay. So he showed up at the woman's house and took his stuff back. Now the police are investigating the dentist for theft and assault, but they haven't charged him with anything just yet.
Oh, he'll get that. Theft and assault.
It's his,
It's been my
bridges,
mouth.
right?
Yeah, 2
Those were his.
It's in my mouth.
He paid for them. He didn't get them for free.
How about you ask for them back?
You didn't pay for them. You're going to have to let your bridges go back.
You just, maybe a phone call, I'm thinking, probably just instead of showing up at your door with your tools.
I'm sure she knew
Yeah, you're right. Probably
that insurance hadn't paid for
She
this.
probably thought, like, what's he going to do? Come get him back?
Lucky you just got bridges. All right, Johnny, what do you got this week?
Hey, Russ. Hey, guys. Well, we have 3 animals again from Dallas Animal Services, 2 dogs and a kitty. The kitty is a cute little black and white kitty with black, mainly black, but some little white mittens.
What's the cat's name?
Drake. Drake. He's about 3 months old.
Okay.
He's already fixed. He's negative. Oh, yeah. Good purr.
Sounds like he's missing.
No, he's
Oh, this little bastard got claws, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Well, tell somebody the thing's armed. Trey, grab him when he comes around. He's walking over the console. All right, go ahead. He's what?
He's about 3.5 months old, and he's negative for all the kitty diseases and vaccinated and good with other cats. And I think he wants a career in radio. He's a great little guy.
Yeah, I'll leave him up here.
No.
All right, and the puppy?
This little dog is actually, she's about 1.5 years old. Isn't she cute? Her name is Miha. She's a little blonde wire-hair terrier with an underbite. And you're looking at her kind of funny.
Can you get that fixed?
I think it's probably a little late. She should have had braces when she was a child. But,
What about the Invisalign?
well, maybe.
Isn't that what it's called?
Somebody could look into that. Yeah, there are
She's
doggy
hang on.
orthodontists.
Hold on.
Orthodontists.
She's got the.
What I missed?
She's got the underbite. Only one tooth is sticking out.
I can't see that.
What's her name?
Her name is Miha.
All right, hang on. Come here,
She's
Miha.
about 1.5 years old. She's only maybe 10 pounds.
It's only the face a mother could love.
Yeah, but it's so cute.
All right, look, John.
Let me see.
You got to get a photo of that.
One tooth on the left.
And she's not on the website yet because she's new, but she's awfully cute. You have to take her word for
Take
it.
the picture, Photoshop that out.
Just Photoshop it out.
Glue a tooth in on the other side. I mean, it looks
like a homeless guy at the liquor store.
Yeah, if you put her on the website, give her a little brown bag
and a grocery cart.
Cute.
Yeah,
She's
sweetie.
cute. She's very sweet.
How old is she?
She's 1.5 years.
Got one tooth out. Always ready for action.
She's just a little thing. About 10 pounds. Miha.
She's real docile.
Yeah, she's very sweet. Good with other dogs. Fine with the kitty. Chloe, you having a problem?
Hanging an earring or something off of that.
What?
The tooth.
Oh. No.
Well, yeah, if it's out there, you might as well accessorize it.
Yeah.
An earring on the dog's tooth. A little pirate dog.
No.
Hand towel?
No. As handy as that would be. No.
And we have one more doggy.
Okay.
Okay.
Here's Miha.
Miha. And then Jax is our other little dog.
Where is he?
He's 2 years old.
Right behind you.
And he's a Jack Russell Terrier
He looks
mix.
like that Fraser dog.
Yeah, Jack Russell Terrier.
Okay.
He's black He's actually tricolored, white and black and tan, and he's a very sweet little guy. He's been at Dallas Animal Services since July. And
how old is he?
He's 2. And he's full grown at about 22, 25 pounds. He's housebroken. Yeah, he is.
Okay.
Yeah. And he's just a great little guy.
You having problems with that cat, Chloe?
Yeah, he's on crack.
And you're a cat person, right, Chloe?
Yeah, but he's just crazy.
No, he's playful. He's happy to get out of the little kennel. They're actually in the...
Wait till them claws get one of your nipples.
And, of course, these animals are from Dallas Animal Services, which is DallasAnimalServices.PetFinder.com or a link from RussMartin.com.
What happened?
Got a titty twister.
He's just very playful.
Now, is it, I forget, is it considered inhumane to declaw?
Well, it's...
Because right now I think
claws didn't help him there.
Yeah.
It's better not to declaw unless you just can't prevent them from scratching up furniture or any other way. There are lots of other options.
All right.
But...
I've actually heard you can actually get little, like, caps on their claws.
You sure can. They glue on. They stay for several months.
Oh, it scared the hell out of me. Cat just came over and rubbed against my leg. I didn't see it coming.
You may want to leave the claws on that cat. He doesn't seem to do well with hanging on.
For people who are going to the fair this year, Dallas Animal Services is going to be at the fair every day except the day of the Texas OU game. They are in the livestock area with lots and lots of dogs for adoption.
Okay. So it's Mija?
Mija, Drake is the kitten, and Jax, Jaxx, is the little Jack Russell Terrier mix.
Trey, hold up the dog with the underbite again.
She's a sweetheart.
What do you mean I can't buy beer till noon? We'll be back.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. No disclaimer necessary here. Number 1. Period. The Russ Martin Show.
I forgot. What kind of dog did Johnny say the one was with the tooth sticking out the left?
Wire-haired terrier.
We're back.
Is that
Russ Martin Show.
Is that breed normally they all have underbites?
I know, I think a lot of times terriers, especially if they're mixed with something, can have that.
What is the one where the entire lower section sticks out? That
bulldogs?
I don't know. The one's like a Pekingese.
Yeah. Seems like you can get that fixed.
That's part of the charm of the dog.
An underbite?
Yeah, that's part of the charm of that little dog.
Now, what was the charm on the one that Johnny brought in with the one tooth sticking out the left?
That dog's got personality. That's got all kind. You have to if you have that.
That's my cigarette smoking tooth. Keeps my Chesterfield in.
No.
Means I mean business. I got one tooth. I'm showing that bitch off.
No, I don't believe the dog's there to show his tooth off.
Means I'm vicious.
You're vicious.
Tooth is out. I'm locked and loaded.
10 pounds of vicious.
Yeah. Don't sell me beer till noon.
That was the funniest part.
Don't make me use this.
I look like a homeless guy outside the liquor store. You got some change?
Hey! Open up!
All right.
Give me a quart.
Whatever's on sale.
I'm a dog. I ain't got a watch. All right. Anything else before we go?
I had 2 little things. Apparently, the KKK is going to be at the debate tonight in Ole Miss. That's a story.
Why would you announce that?
They send out a memo?
They sent out a memo. It happened to be in Time Magazine.
An IM?
No.
One of them RSS things?
I didn't have an RSS. No, it's TimeMagazine.com.
Email blast?
I didn't.
Blog.
No.
Phone call.
They're going to show
Text
up.
message.
I shouldn't. No one's in contact with me.
Skywriting.
I got it on the internet.
Oh. Well, that's a good way.
I was going to say singing Telegram.
What are their plans?
They're just going to quietly protest. They're not even going to be in the protest area. Apparently there is one set aside. The Klan will, however, have pamphlets, membership applications on hand for any audience members who happen to share the Klansmen's views.
So it's a membership drive.
Pretty much. Some examples of those views. Obama's election could be the destruction of America, according to the Imperial Wizard, excuse me.
Okay.
Anyway, that's...
Why do you say it like that? Was he not your choice?
No, no voting. Who states categorically that he would not vote for a black candidate. He says the emperor of the Mississippi White Knights, who asked not to be identified. He says locally, every place that has come under black rule has declined, and has declined sharply. He cited Jackson, Mississippi, and Washington, D.C.
You have a lot of black leaders that didn't have the same result.
You would think so, yeah. Well, that's not their agenda. I don't know if you know what their agenda is, but that's not it.
Well, explain it to us.
We're not going to know.
The wizard is here, make it feel okay. Hey, 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 hey.
Go ahead, John.
I just think it's sad that we have a presidential debate and the KKK feels that that's a place to show up.
What do you expect? They're holding it in Mississippi. Out of all 50 states, you picked that one.
Yeah, that wasn't really the best idea, was it?
But the name it a movie of all things.
Yeah.
And you knew this was imminent.
You know, imminent, yeah, but at the debates and in Ole Miss and the whole thing. What?
Now, I'm not trying to be cute. When they're at these events like this, do they actually wear?
No, they don't. The
hoods?
No, they don't. This says no, they will not be wearing the hoods. Let me pull that part up here.
Because to me, that's always been the chicken-ass way to go. You're a big man, and you really believe that you've got some type of supremacy, but you want to hide your face.
They're not going to be outside either, so they're going to be separate in their own little area. Klansmen won't be wearing robes or hoods or making a quote-unquote big hoopla, says
it'll probably be easy to spot their tent.
Says the Imperial Wizard Richard Green, who refuses...
Big teepee with two eyes.
refuses to divulge how many members the Mississippi chapter has. I think that's probably because they got very few.
Maybe they got some inflatables.
Thanks, Dan. Needed that visual.
Anyway, well, either the Klan's here, there's a new car lot opening up.
I got that. Also, the Dallas Observer. We've been voted the best radio station for 2008.
Who was?
We were.
How did that happen?
You want to read what they wrote about us?
All right.
It's kind of a slam in a way.
All right. Best radio station, KLLI. Reader's Choice was the ticket. What the Observer wrote was you go up and down the dial searching for something to listen to, a good song, maybe an interesting sports discussion, or a breaking news item. Somehow you find yourself riveted to a discussion on infidelity or just a gaggle of dudes giggling away at one another for being stupid. You're listening to professionals paid to sound like amateurs. But you can't stop. That's just how Live 105.3 seems to work. There's no music, no real platform behind the station's talk format, unless guy talk is a viable radio term. No real redeeming quality to any of it. And yet you listen and you keep listening, and before long you've set the station as a preset on your car stereo. And now you don't listen to anything else, and you hate yourself for it, but you kind of enjoy it too. That's not a slam.
Well, we're a guilty pleasure. This is the way it says the format's just guys giggling at each other. Who would do that? That's ridiculous.
Well, what's redeeming about this show?
There's lots of things.
We had a buck-toothed dog come in. We talked about it bitching because you can't buy beer for another 15 minutes.
Well, we're also trying to get that little dog adopted. There's some good things that come with the silliness.
That lasted 6 minutes. And the only reason it lasted that long was because of that dog's tooth.
You're not helping me out.
Yeah, Johnny would have been in and out in a half a minute had Bucky not been in here.
Bucky?
Look at this. That's my dancing tooth.
No, it's not a dancing dog. Watch me go. Right, anyway.
Look at me.
What?
I'm a pirate.
I'm going to go adopt that dog.
Are you really?
I think so.
Actually, yeah.
Why is it out of all of them that have come through? I know that what Dan's probably going to ask. Why that one?
No, I know why.
I don't know. There's something about that dog.
Why, Dan?
It's just like Trey said. There's something about that dog. It's that it's so ugly, it's cute, and that dog would be an absolute chick magnet. That's why you need to get that dog, Trey. I mean, anyone can run around with a lab.
Just walking on Katy Trail.
Somebody stops by, gives your dog $3. I bet the Observer rescinds that. There's a reprint next Thursday. Goddamn.
All right. For more information on the Russ Martin Show, including pictures, videos, and more, go to russmartin.com. To answer any questions you may have about the show, go to russmartin.info. To email the show and during the show only, send that to studio@russmartin.com. Other show
Name
websites.
the dog Popeye.
Oh. Pirate.
Stop. JohnDavidRyan.com, DanO'Malley.com, DJCloak.net, TreyTrenholm.com, and of course for Chuck the band manager, ChuckWheat.com.
This one's easy to floss.
It's out there in the air.
The official caterer of the show is Sugar Babies Barbecue. Their website, SugarBabiesBBQ.com. Russ gets his guitars and band equipment from the Guitar Center. Their website, GuitarCenter.com. The official liquor store of the show is Majestic Fine Wine and Spirits. Their website, MajesticLiquors.com. Serving dog near you. And the official site for Live 105.3 is Live1053.com.
Get a doggy door!
All right, see you guys Monday.
See you. Bye.
You can now listen to The Russ Martin Show anytime you want on the web at russmartin.info. Russ Martin Show.